Wait for it to go live so I can show everybody what time it is.
Oh, man. Oh, man. He just bought that on Amazon, y'all. He ain't had that. He threw his away a long time ago.
I didn't burn my one of the food that held out hope. I don't really put that down. Wow.
You might as well hang it on the mic.
What number's on that mic? 4 on mine. 3 on Nick's.
Yeah.
Mic check. Bad one started. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inge. Joining me, Terrence, we here, bro. Joining me on the show, FIFO 24/7.
What it do, man?
Nicky Duce.
AKA Candlestick Nick. What's going on?
What? Never mind. I don't even want to
There's a long story, Ken.
I feel like it's some wax involved somewhere.
It's a wax on, wax off involved with that, boy.
And Shelton J.
Burn at both ends. What's happening?
And our special guest today, all the way from the Carolinas, Mr. Cam Newton. Coon Newton.
Don't do that, kid. It's a black podcast.
Yes, sir. Oh, no, Nick. You see that photo he took?
I ain't see the photo.
Man, bro, he look like Steven. He look like a big, tall-ass Steven.
Oh,
with his
man.
little, hold on,
Don't tell me that.
I don't want it, There you go. Look at him. He happy, boy. Cheesing. Massa got him back in the league.
Back on the plantation.
He got 4.5 million guaranteed. I'll be happy, too.
He said he got 1.5?
4. 4.5 guaranteed.
Oh, 4.5.
Yeah,
I said 1.5.
up to 10.
Yeah, well,
this year could be worth $10 million to him.
Damn, I'm just seeing Bulls of Vucevic just tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, he tested positive.
Man,
He's out.
it's getting everybody, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, thank you guys for joining us once again. We were a little late. We were recording the lead podcast, which some of you actually may have seen that because it was streaming simultaneously. It was simulcasting on this channel as well. So thank you guys for coming over to this. We do this every Tuesday, every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. We are your Black Sports Talk Show live on YouTube, and we thank you guys. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. And if you like the show, please hit the join button and become a member. We have 2 levels available for you guys, and whatever you're comfortable. So I already see the members in the chat. Terrence, Julian, we appreciate you guys, man, so much. And yeah, let's hop into the show, man.
What were y'all able to cover mostly?
Well, the power went out, so we didn't get a chance to
do
basketball.
We didn't do no basketball.
Yeah, we didn't get to basketball.
So this is gonna be a basketball episode, y'all. But first, we're gonna start off with football because we didn't get a chance to do the picks because of the power outage. So I'm just gonna run down because we're in week 10. But before that, did y'all go over like the scores? Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
So for week 9, Ken went 3-1, Shelton went 2-2, FIFA went 2-2, and I went 1-3. I'm trying to catch up. That's why I'm making all these picks the way I make. Yeah, I'm just like, bro, I gotta the ones y'all pick, I gotta switch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
you pick first though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I set the standard. So y'all niggas be like, why he picking that? Because I'm trying to win. So that leaves everybody as far as the overall pick selection. Ken, he's the lead dog right now. 24-13. Shelton, you're right behind him.
I'm not good at this.
You're right behind him, Shelton, 23-14. FIFO is 21-16, and I'm 22-15. So I'm in 3rd. So let's go on to week 10.
You're in 4th.
In 3rd. I got more wins than FIFO. It's just the order.
It's just the order you read. Yeah.
I be looking on my screen, bro.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Check your math.
Exactly. For week 10, I'll start off with we got 4 games we're picking. The first game is Kansas City versus Las Vegas. I got KC.
Division game, KC.
Las Vegas just picked up Deshaun Jackson, by the way, too.
KC, I think Kansas City is about to go on their run.
I feel the same way. What about you, FIFA?
I do too. I want to pick the Raiders because they're better. They're playing better right now. But if they're going to turn it up, it has to be with this game, and it has to be a solid win. Yep.
Then we have next up Cleveland Browns versus the New England Patriots.
Browns. Baker about this. Never mind.
You've been on a Browns train, bro. The last few picks.
You're a Baker guy.
I'm going to
Baker
England.
guy.
I'm going to England.
I'm definitely going New England. Nick Chubb's not playing.
Oh.
Yeah, he's out with COVID.
And what's his name is out too? Kareem.
Yeah, because he's still got
he's still on the IR.
I want to go Browns because Baker's a different quarterback without OBJ, and I think now that that's passed. But I have a feeling New England is going to pull this one out.
So you're the only one going Cleveland, Ken.
You're on the island, brother.
Mm-hmm.
See how you feel about this one. We have the Seattle Seahawks going against the Green Bay Packers.
It's the game of the backups, ain't it?
Nah.
No.
Russell's back.
Russell's back
And
in.
Rodgers back?
Rodgers should be back.
I
Rodgers
thought.
ain't playing.
Yeah.
Seattle.
I thought they said that they were gonna suspend Rodgers one game.
I thought he just had fines.
Whoa.
It was just fines.
saw
with him.
fines?
Yeah.
But I know they were talking about holding him back
For a
one
game.
more week.
Yeah. So because of that question mark, I'm going with Seattle. Just because I don't know. And y'all motherfuckers ain't let me switch my pick the last time, so it is what it is. So I'm gonna go with the short thing.
At kickoff.
Well, shit, but it happened at kickoff. Because all week they were supposed to play, then all of a sudden they not. That hey.
Let me double check on this Rodgers because I got him in my fantasy.
Yeah, he's fine. I have him on fantasy too.
If he's playing, I'm going Green
They
Bay.
haven't said he's out.
It says small possibility I won't play Sunday. That's what he said.
He's such
I'm gonna go with Seattle, bro.
You going Seattle?
I'm gonna just go Seattle.
I'm going Green Bay.
Green Bay as well. Even if he don't play.
Nah, if he don't play, man, Jordan loves. Man, let me be quiet.
That was
Even
Jordan
if he
Love
don't
found out
play.
he was playing like that afternoon, so I give him that kind
Correct.
of credit.
And I guarantee you he'll be ready next game.
Ken, who you got?
Seattle.
And then the last one, since we haven't even talked about this team, they 500. As quiet as it's kept. And they just had a big win, comeback win, even though he kind of fucked up. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Falcons, going against the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
In Dallas.
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas just lost to Denver.
Dallas Cowboys.
I'm going Atlanta.
Wow. What you got, FIFO? What say you?
I'm going Cowboys because of a bad loss, and good teams come back and beat mediocre or bad teams on that comeback. So I'm going Dallas.
Is Dak back? He's still playing?
He was back at
Give me the Cowboys. It's my Super Bowl pick.
They would have lost this game had they won last week.
All right, so those are our picks for Week 10. Let's all move on to basketball now. There's some basketball news. Well, there's even still some football news. There's a lot of shit that happened.
Yeah.
Do the
some
quick
signings
and stuff.
We got to give some quick notes. Yeah, so for football, Odell Beckham Jr. cleared waivers. After he cleared waivers, he was free to sign with anybody. It was like it seemed like on Twitter it was a tie between the Rams and Seattle. It might have been.
No, Rams and the Green Bay Packers.
Okay. He chose the Rams, even though there was speculation that he was going somewhere else. So the OBJ is now in the Rams with Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald,
Von Miller.
Oh yeah, I heard that him and Von Miller got the LSU connection. I heard they're really good friends too.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably was another guy who was on his phone when he was, what I'm saying, when he was the hottest free agent, probably since Brady.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to an NFL player on the market. And then on top of that, as you can see on this dusty ass jersey we got on this table.
Yes, sir.
They call him Spam Newton is back on the scene.
Yes, sir.
It's good to see Cam. Cam is back in Carolina, surprisingly back in Carolina.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere, and it was quick, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was word came out that they called him, and less than an hour later, he was signed.
Well, when you look at the free agent quarterbacks that you could sign, Cam is one of the better options. And the fact that the Carolina Panthers are technically still not out of it, you need a guy that's going to come in and be able to compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not we're bad already. This is, whatever. Nah, Carolina's still in the hunt. So you go get a quarterback that'll keep you there.
And on top of that, the fans made a push on Wednesday saying sign Cam Newton. It wasn't a question. They made a huge statement in their petition and push for Cam Newton re-signing. And owner and management listened, whether they wanted to or not. They're like, well, let's keep these fans happy. We done already pissed them off with the Sam Darnold thing.
Yep, because weren't they looking at signing Matt Barkley?
They did sign Matt Barkley.
And when I saw that, I'm like, who the fuck? Matt Barkley?
They did sign Matt Barkley.
Do?
Nothing. And they were upset about that. So he had to keep them people in the, to keep them in the butts in the seats.
Yeah, 100.
We them boys with the quick super chat. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. He said Panthers' new owner spent $44 million, 3 draft picks, skipped Mac Jones and Justin Fields just to come back
to
Cam Newton. Well, sometimes we make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I know you done had a girl sometime in your life.
Picking up Cam.
Whoa.
No, we're gonna get into that. I got a correction. Von Miller didn't go to LSU. He went to Texas A&M, but I guess him and Odell got a good.
They tight.
They tight nonetheless. But what makes you say that about Cam?
Cam is washed, yo. Like, it's a good PR move. It's a good thing for the fans of Carolina to bring him back home. But they also sent the guy away. And I'm happy that Cam got back in the league, that he got a job. We saw a lot of quarterbacks get picked up that has less talent than him. But I don't think it's going to be a marked improvement.
And I agree with everything that you said outside of it being a mistake. And the only reason why it's not a mistake is because he's the best option on the market. Who's better than him that you could sign right now?
That's be ready to play right away.
Who? Matt Barkley?
Did we forget how Cam looked in New England?
No. That's what I agree with everything you said. I believe he's washed too. It's not a mistake because he is the best available.
Best available product.
Yes.
My thing is, and that New England's tenure that he had was very heavily scrutinized for no reason. The man had no offseason with that roster. Tom Brady, who they say is the GOAT, left that team because it was garbage as far as options. And then on top of that, he had COVID, and he still won them 7 games.
Do you think this Carolina team any better?
I think this Carolina team has a top 3 defense. Actually, I know this Carolina team has a top 3 defense. They still got
better than New England team.
And they still got C-Mac.
Are you forgetting what this team got? All they would was a quarterback away.
You still a quarterback away.
That's not true. What were they missing? What did y'all see that they were lacking?
This is the best roster Cam has been on since he got drafted by Carolina.
Since he went to the Super Bowl. The roster isn't that horrible. It's just because of the lack of quarterback production, people haven't been able to ascend. The only one that's been able to ascend is Christian McCaffrey, because running backs don't really need quarterbacks to be great. Mm-hmm. But everybody else is quarterback dependent. That O-line is quarterback dependent. Those wide receivers, the tight ends. And because they haven't had that guy. And Ken, again, I agree with 99.9%. The 0.1% is that it's not a bad decision, only because, again, name me one quarterback that you would sign over.
No other options. Fine. Okay.
They're going all in this season.
Yeah,
that's why. That's the
what
they're trying.
What's the record?
When they're 4-5. I think they're 4-5. So
they're 4-5.
Yeah, so they're one game under 500.
They'll make the playoffs.
Because if they finish better than the Falcons, they have a really good shot. And the Falcons are 5-5.
Yeah, they're still in the hunt.
They're in the hunt.
For the 7th seed.
It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
Their schedule of the next 4 weeks. They're on the road against the Cardinals. Well, this weekend, they are at home against Washington. They're on the road against Miami, and then they're at home against the Falcons. If they go 3-1,
they're taking that 7th seed.
They're back in the They go 3-1. They're 7-6. They're back.
I'll put it to you like this, Ken.
Their last 4 games was horrible though.
Let's keep it to the games that you talked about.
Brian Hinckley, I say that because New England kicked their ass because Sam Darnold was our quarterback. Let's be clear. That's why they kicked our ass. They didn't kick our ass because they were
would've did
better.
the same thing. Cam
They
Newton
would
was
not
the
have did the
quarterback.
same thing.
Yes,
Did you
would
watch
have.
Sam Darnold?
Sam
Darnold single-handedly cost them this game.
And Cam Newton has done the same thing, bro. I'm telling you, it would have been the same.
Hold on, you had a point. What was you about
Yes,
to say?
in the 4 games that Nick just pointed out, let's
2-2.
Let's look at it.
All right,
If you had Matt Barkley, how many games do you win?
you can still probably go 2-2.
With Matt Barkley?
You got to throw the ball down
1
the
and
field
3.
eventually.
At best, and that's at best.
You're thinking 0-4?
At best, they would be 1-3 with Matt Barkley.
Because the Falcons, they can win that one.
With Cam Newton, I think at best you could be 3-1. At best.
With the Falcons, the one thing they do well is they put points on the board, regardless who they play.
Yep.
For the most part. Like 90% of the time,
they're going to put up 21 plus.
They're going to put at least 21 to 25 points on the board. I don't think Barkley can go toe for toe with that.
He can't.
Cam can keep it. I'm not saying Cam can throw 30 a game, but Cam, the way he plays, because with him and C-Mac, that play option is still, the RPO will be deadly, honestly. And the run game slows down everything else.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. What you win with Cam is time of possession.
Correct.
And when you win time of possession, that other team doesn't have the same amount of time to put up those points. So again, I don't love Cam Newton, but it is the best option. And when you look at their next stretch of games, their next quarter of games, he gives you the best opportunity. Now, them last 4, it don't matter.
The last 4 is on the road against the Bills, at home against the Bucks. Both of these are on the road against the Saints and the Bucks. They end the season against the Super Bowl, the reigning Super Bowl champions.
Out of that, they could beat the
could
Bucks.
Go 2-2.
I mean the Saints.
The thing about that is if they're but see, here's the thing that we don't take into account. If they get on the roll, just like any other team, if you rolling, if they do go 3-1, then we're talking about a different team here because it just takes confidence.
It's all based off y'all defense.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into basketball. We just had to cover some of these.
This quick. I'm sorry, yo. Now I will say, I don't know about the Odell Beckham thing. Now that move to me, I question.
Going to the Rams.
I did. Yeah. Shout out to Q who called that. By the way, Q did say the Rams was one of his teams that he thought that he would go to. I didn't think he would make that move.
Odell been trying to go to LA since he was trying to leave New York.
This is true,
and that's the thing. I still don't understand how that helps him. I think that's gonna cost him money.
Well, right now, this is the best time for him to go to LA. Before then, hell nah, because they just had golf. But my only question with the move is that they weren't able to scheme Deshaun Jackson into the offense.
Correct.
And all he was just a deep threat, which basically at this point in stage, I don't know what Odell is because we haven't seen him play legitimate, as a legit receiver in 2 to 3 seasons now because he's with injuries and just with Baker. So I don't know what Sean McVay has cooking up for Odell, but if you bring him over, you need to make sure that he's in the offense.
Of course, and that's why you bring somebody like that in. But I think the peculiar thing about OBJ that everybody's asking, what is he? We know what OBJ is a route runner. OBJ can hit all routes. Deshaun Jackson, especially at this point in his career, he's always been just an over the top guy. Deshaun wasn't going across the middle like that. OBJ can do that. OBJ can run the short routes. OBJ can be in the slot. You can put Cooper Kupp outside, inside. You put OBJ inside, out. This is just another gadget guy. Think about this, right? The year that they went to the Super Bowl, McVay had the most pre-snap movement out of anybody damn near ever in football. They got away from that a lot, right? They're not adjusting they're not shifting the defense pre-snap now. Now you got OBJ. You can use him as a decoy. You can use him in short route, deep concepts. There's a lot that McVay can do. What is he going to do? We don't know. But I think that if we're looking at head coaches and the ones that we trust to scheme guys, McVay has to be at the top of that list. So I'm cool with the selection. Personally, I would have liked him to go to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers. You never play with a guy like that.
And it's more profit share. I mean, how many touches do you think he's going to get a game in LA? Even if things...
It depends on how much...
Best case scenario.
It depends, because Cooper Kupp is averaging 8 to 12 a game.
You got Robert Woods going to get his. You got Jefferson that's going to get touches.
5 to 6 targets. And that's not catches. That's just... We going to target you.
Yeah. So you got all these players that you got to contend with. You at best right now, in my opinion, is a third option. At best.
I won't say that. He's better than Robert Woods at what he does. So he'll get in. It's just that I don't know how effective he will be. It just depends on how We got to see him like over a 2-week span.
Look, I think McVay's going to use him with jet sweeps. I think you get him in motion. McVay is going to be extremely creative in how he gets OBJ the ball. He's going to get you don't go get a OBJ and not get that man the ball after everything he's been through. McVay's going to get this man the ball. How is it going to look? I don't know. But he's going to get it.
And yeah, it makes sense for Odell to go to LA. He wants to be in LA. He want to be a superstar, movie star, all that shit. It's all going to happen there. So that good move on him for business end.
I still look like I said. I just say like Robert Woods. Let me check out his stats. His last game, which was against Tennessee, he had 7 catches for 98 yards. He was leading receiver in that game. He had a game this year where he had 12 catches for 150 yards. So you got a guy that's he has 45 catches for 556 yards on the year, 4 touchdowns. You got Jefferson, who has a bunch. He got a pretty decent share too. I just don't. I still see
he's gonna get over. Jefferson's gonna go back to the bench once you get you.
You know what? And to your point, Shelton, I think that if this does not go well for OBJ, it'll hurt OBJ more than anything, because obviously he's not going to come back. You know what I'm saying? The Rams ain't gonna pick him up next year. The damage to his reputation is already there. So if he's a diva or it just doesn't look or work right, it hurts him more. But again, if he would have went to Green Bay, to Shelton's point, is Devontae then who?
He still could go if it don't work for him there. He
could go next year.
Depends on if Aaron Rodgers still wants to be there.
Of course, but again, and remember I said this on Tuesday before the power went out. If I'm OBJ, I'm going to the best quarterback. Fuck all.
There you go. That's
Mahomes
Aaron Rodgers.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
That's it. That's it.
We'll see.
So, it is what it is.
All right, so now we're done with the football talk. We into basketball now.
Yes, sir.
We were still less than 20 games into the season. I think we're about 15, close
16?
to 15, 16 games in. So we kind of got a good estimate, or at least we're starting to see a good estimate of what these teams are looking like. All the more reason for us to start off this season in a 2-part fashion. First part, we're going to do our top 5 players currently at their position. Meaning at each position we'll pick the 5 best players. And then next week we will do our playoff teams, our early playoff team selection. So each one of us will pick the team and the seed. So going from 1 through 8 and the 2 play, or was it 4 playing tournaments?
Mm-hmm.
Or
No,
there's 2 of them, but it's 4 teams.
Yeah, 4 teams,
Yeah.
two
Because it goes from
rounds.
7 through 10.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll go pick the playoff seeding and the playing tournament, and we'll see who's right at the end of the season.
Hit the like button.
Make sure you like and subscribe. So let's start it off. I guess let's start off with the bottom because the point guard shit is what we're going to get to.
Okay.
So let's start off with the centers. Y'all got your list?
Yep. I'm ready. We just gonna go around the horn.
Yeah.
I bet. So I'll start and we'll end with Kenan and we'll come back the other way. So at number 5, in the centers, I have Nikola Vucevic from the Bulls. What about you, Nick?
At number 5, I have Rudy Gobert.
What about you, Shelton?
Number 5, give me Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay. What about you, Ken? Number 5?
Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna come back to me at number 4. I have Rudy Gobert. What about you, Nick?
For number 4, I have Vucevic.
Shelton?
Number 4, I have Rudy Gobert.
Bet. Ken?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Bet. At number 3, I got Bam Adebayo. What about you? Okay, Shelton.
Bam as well.
And what about you, Ken?
Vucevic.
Vucevic high on your list. Number 2, give me the Joker.
At number 2, give me. Shit. This is gonna be controversial. Number 2, give me Embiid.
Give me Embiid as well. He ain't on the court enough to be no more.
Yeah. At this point, I just.
What about you?
Can't trust him.
Joker.
Number 1, I got Embiid.
I got Joker.
Joker.
Embiid.
To me, the reason why I had to put Embiid over Joker, level of physicality.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, it's a valid point. Like he misses a lot of time on the court. He does. That's facts.
Yeah,
that's
he's
facts.
talented all day, but he's not on the court.
But to me, the reason why I had to put him the most physically dominant center in the game. There's not a matchup for him. He's one of the few players in the NBA. You could put Joker, and Joker's going to do what he does, but he can't stop Embiid. And Embiid can slow up Joker or any other center more than any center could slow him up. So that's why I put Embiid number 1.
For me, I'm going to keep it even way more simple than what you just said. it's all about health. I can trust Joker for a full season, at least to give me
75.
60 to 75 games.
Yes.
Embiid, I don't know.
I feel you.
Even if it was the flipped as far as obviously injury, of course I'm going Embiid, but I need you when I need you. Especially now that we don't know what the hell's going on with Ben Simmons. Like at this point, if Embiid can't stay healthy more than 60 games a season, I'll think about blowing this whole shit up.
All right, so power forwards. I'll start at number 5.
Go back. Shout out to Bam too. By the way, Bam looked good last night.
In that loss.
Bam was definitely a loss, but Bam showed me something. He showed me some heart. He weighed off his replacement a couple times. I like Bam.
Yeah, no, Bam is the modern center.
Yeah,
I could grab a rebound. I could play a little bit of point guard. I'm a defend off my position.
He's flexible, agile.
His
You know what I'm
touch is beautiful.
15 to 18-foot game. You know, eventually I think he should venture out to the three-point land, 1 or 2 a game, nothing crazy. But, you know, he has that type of like Al Horford did. You know what I'm saying? Al Horford was never a real three-point shooter.
Right.
Now he can hit from the wing, not just the corner. So I think as natural evolution and progression goes, Bam should extend a little bit more out. But I like him. You know, heart and soul. I think he is he's a more calm version of Jimmy Butler at the center position. You know what I'm saying? He galvanizes the team. You know, he's a leader. He's a tough guy. And again, multiple skill sets, you know, at that position. So I like him. But moving forward to the power forward position, I'll start at number 5. Give me John Collins. Give me John Collins, number 5. What about you, Nick?
Oh, you already know. I'm going number 5 is Carmelo Anthony. Hey, boy. Hey, Melo keeping the lights on in L.A. right now. Melo keeping the lights on in L.A. Keep it a full beam.
This was his like question mark. I'm gonna just put whoever I want. What about you, Shelton? Number 5 power forward.
Miles Bridges.
I wanted to put him there, but I had the mentality. I know I'm going off a little bit, but I had the mentality of not seeing the games going into the season who I would put there versus watching and seeing what has transpired. Because preseason, I wouldn't have put Miles Bridges there.
I wouldn't have either.
But seeing what he has done now, 100%, I think he's number 5.
Correct. And we talking about now. So being honest, like what I would have selected before, it would have been a close tie with Julius Randle and Tobias Harris.
Got you. I can.
John Collins.
John Collins. That's what's up. For me, number 4, Draymond Green. What about you, Nick?
Number 4, I got Julius Randle.
Bet.
Number 4, I got Jason Tatum.
Bet. All right. Y'all can't hear Ken. Ken said Julius Randle for number 4. At number 3, I have Julius Randle.
At number 3, I have Anthony Davis.
Number 3, I got AD as well.
You got number 3,
I know
Ken?
why you got that.
For the third, Sabonis.
At number 2, I have Jason Tatum.
At number 2, I have Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant for me is number 2.
See, I put Kevin Durant as a small forward. So
he's a forward no matter what though. Period.
He starts at 3.
He's a 4.
He plays small ball forward, but he starts at 3.
No, he starts at 4.
He's been in a small forward for most of his career.
Yeah.
Maybe not until
Look,
late.
he's a 4.
Hold on. So I should have said this at the beginning. There are going to be a couple of guys that we may have in different categories.
When it comes to the forwards.
The 3-4, that's going to be a little different for certain people.
Yeah.
And even the 2 and the 1.
Nah, the 2 and the 1 should be more.
Okay, it is what it is.
Actually, no, because same thing with Luka.
With Luka, like I put Luka.
That's the only one.
LeBron.
Nah, I put Luka as a small
LeBron ain't
forward.
the one. Come on, bro.
Okay, look, number 2 power forward. Who you got, Ken?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. I got Ant Davis at number 1. Who do you got for number 1?
Giannis.
Oh, you put him at power forward. You put him at power forward. Okay.
You had Giannis at 3?
Yeah, at the 3.
No, Giannis.
Dang, I had Giannis as the 4 at number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I have him at the 3. I'm sorry.
Giannis ain't played no 3.
I'm sorry.
It's because he shoot a little bit now.
But I've always had him as a small forward because he started.
He
there.
started that.
You know what I'm saying?
Back in the old NBA.
Yeah. So look again. You know he's on the list. Okay, he's on the top list. All right. So moving forward to small forwards at number 5. Give me playoff P.
Number 5. Give me Jason Tatum.
About you, Sean?
Go ahead, King, because I ain't got my list.
This small forward?
Small forward number 5.
Jason Tatum.
Okay, you put him at small forward. Shelton?
I ain't got my list together. Go
Okay,
to
so
the
we're gonna
next
skip Shelton this round. We'll come back to him at the end. At number 4, small forward, I put Luka.
Number 4, give me Jimmy Butler.
What about you, Ken?
Chris Middleton.
All right, number 3, small forward, give me LeBron James.
At number 3, give me PG 13.
Bet. What about you, Ken?
PG-13.
At number 2, small forward, I got Kevin Durant.
At number 2, I got Luka.
LeBron at 2.
At number 1, small forward, give me Giannis.
At number 1, I give me LeBron.
I got Durant.
Okay. You ready with your small forward list?
Luka's number 1, LeBron's number 2, PG's number 3, Jimmy Butler is 4, and Jaylen Brown is 5.
Luka's number 1. Small forward.
If we count him as a small forward, which I counted, he was in my point guard list. I just moved him over.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a small forward. He a point forward to me.
I'm arguing the
okay.
I'm talking. He talking about this. Yeah, he talking
Yeah,
about
where he at?
You got Luka over LeBron James?
Yeah, right now. Just because LeBron, once I knew LeBron wasn't gonna play a full season. I said,
I mean that's fine.
once again, that's why I kind of count that in my thought process as well.
Okay.
You affect his percentage with wins.
Yeah,
and
but I
losses.
mean, this is the first time we've seen LeBron James not start a season like how he normally starts. But he's played 82 games. Like, I'm not worried about LeBron throughout the season.
Well, but this is going to be an extended period of time he's out, and I figured he'd be out. I said at the beginning, I said LeBron's going to take some time off this year. I said that before the season started, and I knew it, so I had that in my calculations. So that's why.
So shooting guards. At number 5, give me Bradley Beal.
At number 5, give me Devin Booker.
Shelton.
Number 5, give me Zach LaVine.
Ken.
I got Zach.
At number 4, give me Zach LaVine.
Number 4, give me Bradley Beal.
Number 4, give me Bradley Beal too.
Bradley. Bill.
All right. At number 3, give me Donovan Mitchell.
Number 3, give me Zach LaVine.
Number 3, give me Donovan Mitchell.
I got Devin Booker.
All right. At number 2, I got Devin Booker.
Number 2, I have James Harden.
Number 2, I got Devin Booker.
I got this was tough, but I got D Mitch.
At number 1, give me James Harden.
Number 1, give me Donovan Mitchell.
Give me 1, James Harden.
Harden.
Why you say it like that? Like it was hard for you.
I wanted
intended.
to put Mitch there. I think he's really, really close.
I think
He's getting
he's
closer.
there. I'm
he's-
trying to call it early.
He's past him now, but
I think
based
Harden-
off
I
the
think
season
Harden-
so far.
Yeah, based off of this season, D Mitch is past James Harden.
Yeah.
James Harden's struggling.
Yeah.
To me, Zach LaVine is, if not the best shooting guard, the second best shooting guard in the league right now, playing better than Devin Booker. To me, D Mitch and Zach LaVine are and Bradley Beal's having a crazy season too. Those are the 3 best shooting guards based off of the season so
yeah,
far.
but
Yeah.
I think Harden just started slow. I think you about to see
Yeah,
the
to me,
real
I
Harden.
can't say Zach LaVine over Harden just yet because Zach LaVine's team has just started getting success. So I want to see that longer
Yeah, that
before I
needs-
say like, okay, he's better than him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you put him second.
huh?
You put him second?
Who?
Zach.
I put him 4th. He put him
I put him third.
3rd. That was the highest on anybody's list.
Okay.
The only so based off of the 20 games that I seen, the only reason why I'm saying Zach LaVine, D Mitch, and Bradley have passed James Harden is because James Harden has the biggest adjustment out of all of them to be able to score at the same level he was at. He's not getting the fouls no
Yeah,
more.
but
So the free throws. So that's a big part of James Harden's scoring ability is getting to the free throw line, putting teams in the penalty. He has to figure out how to get back to the line.
yeah.
Where the other guys, they're not struggling with that right now. So that's the only reason for the season.
Donovan Mitchell, I think I've been a big fan of his early. I just think that I think this is the season where we start to see I think the last couple seasons he's been scratching it, but because of playoff success, how he's been bounced out while having a lead in some of these series, it's like, okay, you can't bring him. But I think this year it's like, all right, cut the shit. They have to get to the Western Conference Finals.
Mhm.
We shall see.
And for the record in the chat, I did not put Luka over KD. KD is a 4 in my roundup, even though he is a 3 at times. I put him at 4, so that's why. And Luka over LeBron for the simple fact that LeBron is not going to play enough games for me this year. LeBron's going to miss over 20 games this year.
Luka be missing games too, bro.
No, LeBron going to miss probably about
It ain't
20
even that.
games
It's
this
more
year.
about impact. How much?
I think that's what I'm saying, because of the fact that he's in these games and LeBron is not going to be in these games. Luka's impact is going to be greater.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't for Melo, the Lakers would be boo-boo right now.
Hey, look. Okay, look.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Point guards, top 5 point guards. I will start at number 5. Give me Ja Morant.
At number 5, give me Chris Paul.
Shelton.
Go first, Ken.
How you messing up the rotation, man?
I did. I messed
It's the
it up.
kid out of Sacramento.
De'Aaron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, number 5, give me Drew Holiday.
That's a good one.
At number 4, give me Trae Young.
At number 4, give me Trae Young.
Number 4, give me Ja Morant.
I got Dame.
4. Okay, we'll talk about it. At number 3, give me CP3.
At number 3, give me Dame Lillard.
Yeah, number 3, give me CP3.
Trey.
At number 2, give me Dame Lillard.
At number 2, give me Ja Morant.
Number 2, give me Dame Lillard.
Ja.
Ken, you know where I wanted to go, but that nigga just threw a 50 burger on the fucking Hawks, so I can't go that high. So you already know who my number 1 is.
And at number 1, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, let me change my 5. Who I said 5 was?
You said Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's LaMelo Ball. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Come on.
Mm.
You had it right the first time. You wasn't even thinking about LaMelo Ball at all.
LaMelo. Sorry, LaMelo.
LaMelo's
Melo's-
top 10. He's not top 5 yet.
That's
Yeah,
homework
not
day.
yet.
But
We'll let him have it.
B definitely sent his picks in, so we went over ours. I'm gonna go over his same way. For his centers, he had Rudy Gobert number 5, Vucevic number 4, DeAndre Ayton number 3, Joker number 2, and Embiid number 1. For his power forwards, he had John Collins number 5, Sabonis number 4, Julius Randle number 3, Tatum number 2, and Giannis as number 1. For small forward, he had Chris Middleton at 5, Jimmy Butler 4, Paul George at 3, KD at 2, and LBJ at 1. Shooting guards, he had Anthony Edwards. I forgot he's been balling. Been balling. Anthony Edwards at 5, Zach LaVine at 4, Bradley Beal at 3, Donovan Mitchell 2. Got Devin Booker at 1.
Some of these picks, and this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go back and pick these again based off where they are in the season, because these were pre-picks, guys. So like the Dame talk, for example, Dame's struggling bad.
Mhm.
James Harden is struggling bad.
Mhm.
That don't change this is the early part of the season. That don't change for me. I don't think Dame is going to end the way he started. Same thing with Harden.
I think they'll adjust, but I don't know how long it's going to take.
Well, here's another thing that we haven't talked about in terms of factoring into the struggles. The ball changed to a Wilson versus Spalding basketball. That's messing with some players. So it's not just the fouls and the way the refs are refereeing. The ball is a factor for some guys.
For point guards, number 5 he has Luka. Number 4 he got Trey. 3 he has Ja Morant. 2 Dame Lillard, and number 1 Steph Curry.
Man, I wanted to put Anthony Edwards because he's been going nuts. But I want to watch this season and see if he can sustain this. But
he
this
can.
dude,
He's averaging better stats than LaMelo Ball, and I don't know why he's not getting the attention he gets.
because he's not averaging better stats and he's not affecting the game wins
He's
losses
averaging
like
better
that. I mean, he's scoring more points, but that's it.
He's averaging more rebounds too, I believe.
No, he's not. Look that up. Not at all.
It's a popularity contest more than anything.
No.
Yes, less to do with his game per se. It's just LaMelo has a lot of that hype and stuff coming behind him. So
That's not
he's
true.
gonna-
LaMelo's the thing about it is LaMelo's doing more. I mean, you take
Bro, you
On
know
the
they
bench?
would be. You
Did
know they
he
would
give
be.
up his
No, he
playing time
started
for
that
this?
one game.
Come
Yeah,
on,
he
man.
did.
Come
He
on,
did
man.
for the
Y'all
betterment
know-
of the team.
Y'all know LaMelo and his dad. You know there's buzz behind his name.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But the thing about it is this: he's affecting wins and losses.
If LaMelo was in
if he
Minnesota,
took
he would still
those-
be getting the same coverage.
If he took,
Yes, he
of
would.
course, yeah, because Minnesota
he
would be
would.
doing better.
But this is answering this question is because he has more name recognition behind him, and people are going to cover him more because of everything his dad has built up.
He has a bigger spotlight coming in, but then you have to maintain it because if he was struggling, Lonzo had a big spotlight. He no longer has the same spotlight,
but
right?
Edwards didn't have that spotlight.
No.
So because LaMelo had that spotlight coming in and he maintained it, that's people are going to still continue to talk to him, and plus he's moving the needle.
But a third part of that is wins and losses, and Minnesota is still struggling.
Yeah,
Charlotte just lost like 5-6 games in a row.
But Charlotte came off hot, and also once LaMelo started getting into the starting lineup last year, you saw a
difference in wins and losses and affecting the game.
So Ken, like let's be honest, and part of the reason why I couldn't put Miles Bridges in my top 5 because again, this was preseason. In the season, the elevation of Miles, I think he's going to be the most improved player in the NBA.
Yes,
because what he's doing, he looked like Josh Allen. What Josh Allen did in football last year, like the separation. But anyway, the Charlotte Hornets are winning, and if they're not winning, they're competing in the games that they shouldn't be. Against Golden State, they only lost by 10.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that I'm pretty positive if LaMelo was a Minnesota Timberwolf and they were 3-7, they would still be talking about LaMelo. And if Anthony Edwards was in Charlotte
are under 500.
and he was 6
they are
5-6 or whatever their record are, they would not be talking about Anthony Edwards.
So what wins are you talking about?
In the Hornets' defense, they are 6-7, I think it is.
No, this is your defense. Don't talk about the Hornets.
Right. In the Hornets' defense, we've been playing without Scary Terry, the starting two guard. Has only played
Scary
1 or 2
Terry's
games.
the reason why y'all winning?
No, he's the reason why. Yeah, he contributes to that. He's a starting.
I thought you were saying LaMelo's game translates to wins and losses.
It does translate to wins and losses. That's why we're 6-7.
Why y'all number 10?
He said he affects wins and losses. Then he said Terry's not here.
Scary Terry, who's one of the top scorers, is not in the lineup. You also have P.J. Washington not in the lineup. Two big important factors are not in those lineups. So you're saying that
what's Minnesota's record?
3-7.
Everybody's there.
3-7. But they're in the West too.
So you're saying we got 2 cogs missing, 2 very important pieces, and we
ain't talking about cogs. We're talking about one player.
But wait, we're talking about starters.
You're saying LaMelo's impact on the
starters.
Washington, I thought he was coming off the bench.
He's a starter, but he does both.
Well,
he's a starter.
He's definitely gonna come off,
and he averages double figures.
Here's the thing. To Shelton's point that he was maybe gonna go toward, Karl Anthony Towns, outside of LaMelo Ball and maybe Miles Bridges this year, is leap years ahead of anybody on that Charlotte Hornets team. D'Angelo Russell, right? He is as good as LaMelo, if not better, depending on who's saying. That team, from a player personnel standpoint, is much deeper than the Hornets. Would you disagree?
Hell no.
No.
I think that Hornets roster is better.
Hell no.
Where's the Jason Terry on Scary Terry, whatever you call
D'Angelo Russell better than him.
Where's the damn
Gordon Hayward?
Where's the Gordon Hayward on that?
Anthony Edwards is way better than him.
He's been struggling.
But he's not on that
Anthony
team.
Edwards is way better than Gordon Hayward.
Yes.
Where's the Miles Bridges on that team?
Cat is better than Miles Bridges.
Where's the hold on.
You let them get you
Malik
into the
Beasley is great. Malik Beasley is a good player.
The roster is better.
The point I'm making is this: Anthony Edwards has one job. That's to put the ball in the basket. And a lot of those are empty calories. He's doing it, and then it's not affecting the wins and losses.
Do you know Anthony Edwards' stats?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like,
do you know Anthony Edwards' stats?
26. 26 and 5?
25. Well, basically, 26, 6 rebounds, and 3.5 assists.
Correct.
That's a well-rounded shooting guard.
It's pretty decent, yes.
But
it's not affecting. No, it's pretty good. But like we talk about wins and losses.
LaMelo's he's a little under. He basically averaged 20 points, close to 7 assists, close to 7 rebounds, and 7 assists.
And it's affecting wins and losses.
But they're under 500.
But it's affecting wins and losses.
At number 10 in the East. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are playing better than y'all. Are you saying, based off what you said about the Charlotte Hornets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, you said that the Timberwolves should be, based off talent, is better than the Hornets?
Where you think we're
so
going to
then why is the Cleveland Cavaliers winning more games than the Charlotte Hornets?
What the Cleveland Cavaliers got to do with it?
Because
Cleveland Cavaliers winning more than Minnesota too, right?
Yeah, they are. But that's why I'm talking about the Hornets in the East. I'm sticking to the East. Why are y'all 10th in the East, but the Cavs are? Let me look
I
at
just
that.
told you we're injured. We got a bunch of injuries we're dealing
Even
with.
with injuries, y'all teams is better than the Cavs. Can you not say that?
I would say the Cavs are overachieving right now. They're doing a good job right now.
So you don't want to answer my question. So you know that y'all team is better than the Cavs. Period.
Yeah,
But y'all team
not
The
barring
Hornets
injuries.
are better than the Cavs. The Cavs
not
win
with those
streak is
injuries.
not gonna last.
But why? Okay, so my point was you mentioned the fact that LaMelo Ball is dealing with wins and losses. He affects wins and losses.
Yes.
But they are not winning.
They're
Based on
6
the
and
record.
7.
That's not winning. That's a losing record. That's a losing record.
Are they in the playoffs?
They're in the play-in. They're not in the playoffs. They're in the play-in.
Okay, that's fine. That still wins. Minnesota in the play-in?
And here's the thing.
I'm talking about. I was just talking about the Cavs.
Nick,
and
let me ask you this. Do you have more confidence in the Charlotte Hornets moving up in the East or staying at 10 or moving up versus the Minnesota Timberwolves in the West staying where they are or moving up?
Who
are you more confident in?
As far as that specific question, I don't care about either one of them. They both the same to me. They're both going to be a play-in tournament team, if that. My thing was more about the spotlight that Anthony Edwards does not get, and the spotlight that LaMelo Ball gets. Because there's a huge disparity when these are both two up and coming players, but one is playing better than the other one.
Well, it's apples. Who's playing better?
I think Anthony Edwards is playing better.
No. What are you basing that on? What are you basing that on? Just numbers?
I'm basing that on like where he was at.
What's they plus minus?
That's what I was gonna say.
What's they plus minus?
I'm basing that
look
off.
Up their plus minus.
I'm basing that off of where he was playing at last year, where he's playing at this year.
Look at the if you want to look at numbers, Nick, look at the plus minus. Who's plus minus?
You asked me a question and I'm answering it. I said I'm basing off of where he was playing at last year, where he's at this year, and I'm basing out where LaMelo was playing at last year, this year. LaMelo's
same thing.
Basically plateaued. He's been the same way.
Whoa!
Have you seen
his 3-point shooting percentage versus last year?
I'm talking about the way he's playing. His stat line is the same.
That really does not affect
wins and losses.
Like
you just said he did.
He does. His stat line is not what we're talking about, though. We're talking about him.
Hold on. You saying he affects wins and losses, but his stat line doesn't.
Yes, he doesn't have to.
Stat line doesn't always affect wins and losses, Nick. It's not about the numbers, especially in basketball, especially in a guard position.
We're talking about just one player. So
Correct.
You're saying for what he does, it doesn't help or hurt the team.
No. That's not what we're saying. You're twisting what we're saying. What we're saying is the stat line is not the sole indicator of wins and losses and impact on the team.
If LaMelo is the leading scorer of the team, then we're going to be a losing team. So the fact that he's not putting the ball in the hole as much as Anthony Edwards is not how you're going to judge the two's performance.
I'm not counting points, I'm just talking about like the players' impact on wins and losses. Both of them have losing records.
No. But who has more wins?
But both of them have losing records.
Who has more wins? It doesn't matter.
One
has to be better than the other.
The Hornets are
there you go
10th in the East, and the Minnesotas are whatever.
There you go.
But they both are losing records.
There you go.
So they're both losers, but one is a better loser than the other.
I can't say both of them are losers. Once again, we still hadn't played with a full cast yet. So we get everybody together.
All I'm saying is that right now, y'all hyping the fuck out of LaMelo Ball. We need to give more love to Anthony Edwards.
Hyping him how? We just speaking
of 10th in the East.
We just speaking.
And they got a losing record. What is that?
We're speaking of what we see on the court.
Where do you see?
How many triple doubles Anthony Edwards got?
I don't know. How many triple doubles does LaMelo have? Like what, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had one this year.
Okay. So all the shit that all the shit he's doing hasn't helped at all either, right? Yes. They still got a losing record.
Yes, it's helping. Okay. Definitely helping.
Yeah, helping to lose.
Hey, real quick, by the way, the score is 6-3 to that Miami Baltimore game. For those of you who are checking.
LaMelo's plus minus is
-7 this season. I'm looking for Anthony Edwards now. Last year it was bad. It was -84. But he was a rookie with the ball in his hands.
Who Anthony Edwards or
LaMelo last year? His plus minus was pretty damn bad. So Anthony Edwards is +5. And LaMelo's -7.
Y'all want to move on to the next topic?
No. We still ain't gonna move on to the next topic. Like right.
Shit.
Drink more water. Said which is better.
Let's
keep it going. Look. The proof will tell. The proof is gonna be in the pudding.
What you mean?
The proof is gonna be in the pudding.
No, they had like show me the plus minus.
They shouldn't.
That was gonna be definitive.
They shouldn't sit him down.
He asked me what their record is. Like they both not losing.
They should not sit him down then. Drink More Water said, which is better, LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre versus Cat, Anthony Edwards, D. Russell, Malik Beasley, and Patrick Beverly. Hornets are better. That's what Drink More Water said. Drink More Water, I agree. The Hornets are better. Yes, sir. In real life.
So say that one more time. Super chat.
Terrence Dalbert, you're 100% right. Some players' impact is greater than stats. And when you're speaking about that, you're speaking about LaMelo.
Well, not really, because we just said he was -5.
He was minus
so he hurt the team more.
It don't sound like
no wonder they losing, because he got -5. So
But then explain to us how Anthony Edwards has a +5,
the
but they're
Hornets have a
losing.
better roster, bro.
and in the East,
The Timberwolves have 3 good players, and we named them all. Russ, Cat.
they top heavy.
Beasley is nice.
Don't even start that.
Beasley
don't
nice.
even start. Look at that roster.
You talking about Michael Beasley?
Don't
Beasley.
even
Oh,
start.
I didn't know you talking about.
The Hornets have a better roster.
They do.
Yeah, so you know, and
Yeah, better
probably a
roster, better roster, better coach, and they in the East. That's more up for grabs in the West.
But I don't want to get into the point is that Anthony Edwards is balling.
100%.
100%.
And who did I say that should have went number 1 last year? I was an Anthony Edwards guy. I've been an Anthony Edwards guy.
I think for me, when I look at what he's able to do as a guard, they need to really start to develop or build that roster around him. That the Karl Anthony Towns thing is over.
Are they kind of doing that already, though?
I don't know.
And the reason why I say that is because even if you look at
brought in
when I say that, I'm saying they're going to start to build it. They're already kind of focusing on him because if you look at the shot disparity, he's taking a lot of these shots.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's the number one
he's
option.
the focal point right now.
He's the scoring.
He's the guy. He needs players that fit.
And to be honest, those games when they're winning, he's not the focal point. That's when they start. Now, don't let me not minimize him. That's not what I'm trying to do.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it? You're gonna do it. You do this to anybody who was in the draft class of LaMelo Ball.
No, I do. I do it to all of the scorer type players like that. Like you have to have. I do it to all of them. I don't like just
because he doesn't like Jalen.
Zach LaVine
he's primarily a scorer.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's what makes him special.
Yeah, Anthony. That's what they score.
Exactly. What makes Anthony Edwards special?
No, yeah. He could, but I'm not saying he ain't just that.
No, but that's what separates him. When you look at him, exactly, that's his superpower.
But I don't knock him for that. Shelton does.
He does.
Him and apparently everybody else.
I do
I do
that
people about Zach LaVine.
I do. I still do.
Somebody got to put the ball in the hole.
No. You do. You just need more to win. I think that's why, like a lot of these young guys, and I was talking to basketball players the other day, and they were saying the same thing. These guys now don't know how to play basketball. Like they can score. A lot of these guys are good. Jalen Greens, these guys are good basketball players. Like they can score, but they don't know how to play winning basketball because they don't do the other things that's necessary to build champions.
I hate when people bring that up because that's more so based on how these kids are being taught how to play.
Correct. Oh, it's true.
Because everybody's
true.
Let me dead all of that. Do you understand that it's very rare for a young player to go far in the playoffs or even to make the playoffs? There's a reason for that. Because the way that you learn winning basketball is not when you're young. It's when you make it to college and when you make it to the NBA because those games mean more. And that's the reason why the Embiids and the Bens and all of the young top flight motherfuckers that come through the league, you have to have some level of disappointment so that way you change the game, your own game. You make the tweaks to make the game win, to make the championship level basketball plays. You make the extra pass. You dive on the floor. That stuff comes with time. This is Anthony Edwards' second year. He's not going to learn that till year 3-5 until he starts getting ousted out of the playoffs in round 1.
And sometimes the team is so bad around you that there's only so much you can affect.
100%.
I.e. Dame Lillard.
100%. And Dame got veterans on his squad.
Yeah, that's true.
So at the end of the day, Shelton, and this is why me and you have an argument, is because I look at what they are and what they can be. You look at what they are and that's it. And it's like, for the Anthony Edwards, yeah, he doesn't make a lot of game-winning plays because he hasn't been put in that situation. He's not going to learn that. He hasn't had the a championship level coach just yet. And I'm not saying that you need to have that to learn and to get some of that stuff, but realistically, the main thing that all young players need is experience. Once you hit the playoffs once or twice and you get ousted and you didn't play your best, you figure that shit out. Do you not remember what the hell the New Orleans Pelicans did to Dame Lillard? You know the reason why we have logo Dame? It's because of what Rondo and the Pelicans did to that man. Drew Holiday and that. Bro, they put Dame on clink clank. Him and CJ had good moments here and there, but they put Dame on lock. Dame said, okay, watch this. Experience in the playoffs is what's going to teach you how to win games. Anthony Edwards ain't there yet. Part of his maturation, he's not at that level just yet. Next year, he should be.
Yeah, and he should be. And that's the thing about it is that some of them are not going to get it. I agree with you. I agree with you that time is the best teacher because all those guys had to fail. Also, it's winning attitude and the hunger. Like you got to have it. You got to want it.
Edwards got that.
And that's the key. That's the key. So that's when
it's here. It's between the ears. Because you can see the guys that really want it, and then the guys that are there for a paycheck. Anthony Edwards wants it. He wants to go out there and dominate. He told Steph when he had 42, bro, I might go for 50 piece a night. A second year, bro, he told Steph, the type of cojones you gotta have because you know what can happen. Steph could be like, oh, okay, watch this. We know what Steph can do.
Right.
So that means you have to.
Last time somebody told Steph something, they ended up traded to the Memphis, I think.
So y'all had to forgive me, man, because I've been shell-shocked because I was a Ben Simmons believer. I told people Ben Simmons was going to develop. I went out on a limb and told everybody, y'all crazy. Y'all don't know my guy like I know my guy.
And he been riding the fence ever since.
And I've been sick ever since that day because I was wrong as could be. So a lot of these guys, I'm hard on them like that up front because I'm like, man, he can score. I want to see him. I want to see him stop somebody, lock somebody down one game. You know what I'm saying? Give me 12 rebounds in a game.
But you know what, Shelton? You gotta give young players the benefit of the doubt. It's up until you've had the playoff experience and the playoff heartache that you come back next season when nothing changed. Then okay, you know what? I can't mess with you no more. Which is why I've been hard on Giannis. But this is exactly what I wanted Giannis to do 2 years ago because he had this in him. Yeah, but I was one of the few to say calling him out on that. This is where Ben Simmons should have been. Because Ben doesn't come back better than he was the year before. That's on Ben now.
Right.
Anthony Edwards, LaMelo, how many other great young players there are? Wiseman, all of these guys, but like take them for what they are right now.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had enough time to be like, oh, well, they got to add this and they got to be better here. And they got no. Like when I watched did you see the dunk Jalen Green had on Cade Cunningham?
Yeah,
when he took
I did.
When you look at Jalen Green physically compared to Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green still looks like a twig. Cade is more built. He has more of a man body right now, which is why I said I'll take Jalen because Jalen has more room for development. And look at what he's already doing. But it'll be so unfair for me to be like, well, he should have passed this one and he shouldn't have did this and he's shooting too much. He had too many. He young.
It's only 10 games in, less than 15 games into the season.
So we're gonna see.
Now there is a stat that Jalen Green and Michael Jordan only have. They're the only two players to come in and score 30 in their third game of the NBA season.
All right, bro. That's bullshit. Bro, don't be saying stats like that ever on this damn channel.
Hey, Presto T with the super chat. Presto T said plus minus has been getting less love the past few years. Most of the stat people go by PER for what it's worth. So I don't even know it.
I like them both. I like per, and I also like plus minus. Plus minus for me is more. It quantifies what you're watching. Yeah. If you watch the game and you look at the plus minus, you can see how that player either didn't affect or affected that game. Per is more of a season-long thing. Like throughout the course of however many games you played, how consistently can you manage or maintain your per?
Give me their purse. You don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
I go off the EYE. I go off the eye test. Nigga. I ain't going off the PER, all that bullshit.
Give me that PER for them.
They ain't had that shit in the 90s.
Alex Betancourt, real quick. Alex Betancourt, what's happening? He said, Suns back to the Western Conference Finals. The Valley. Man, the only way they're going to be there is
they can go there and get courtside seats.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they can sit in them seats that they only about to give up.
Yeah, competition.
To me, they it sounds crazy, but they need a jump start. Remember how I was explaining what OBJ would be to the Kansas City Chiefs before the power went out? They need a guy like that. I don't know who it is. I don't know what type of move they need to make, but they need a jump starter.
They got a hangover.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
It looks like they're just kind of coasting.
They both kind of do, and I didn't realize what is
the
Bucks record.
The Bucks,
I know they had injuries.
Yes.
Right now they're
but you know why I'm not worried about the
6-6.
Bucks? I'm not worried about the Bucks.
I ain't worried about them either.
As long as they make the playoffs, it don't matter. Because when I look at Phoenix, their attitude is almost like, I don't know if I want to go through this season again to get back up there and not make it. Where the Bucks is like, we'll just turn it. The Bucks feel like a championship team that just hasn't turned it on yet.
Yeah, they look calm too. They look relaxed,
calm.
and different players are stepping up.
But do
100%.
championship teams tend to come out like this?
Sometimes.
I understand there's injuries.
Yep.
So
I was going to say,
there's more injuries.
once the times of the Bucks being like the number 1, number 2 seed in the East, I feel like that's going to come down a bit. Because it reminds me, remember when the Cavs were like the 4th seed or whatever, and they end up going to the final? Like, it's just like, once you realize, like, all I got to do is get to the playoffs.
So
that's a different type of player.
But
Only LeBron can do some shit.
No. Hey, put respect on Giannis. Giannis is on that level. Giannis.
Y'all hear this?
Giannis is on that. Put respect on that man. Ken, look. The only
4-5 seed then can go to the.
I think Giannis can.
You put him on LeBron's level.
Yes. There was only one aspect of his game where he didn't have that needed to be had.
I would
have that
call
now.
Chris Middleton getting better.
Chill
Middleton,
out. Chill out. Nah, Ken, he got better.
Chris Middleton did come up big when you needed him to. No, 100%.
All right.
100%. No. Chris Middleton finally became that sidekick, but Giannis
became the Pippen.
He did. Mm-hmm. I'm not arguing that. But Giannis's shot is all the difference in the world. Y'all act like I said, well, Giannis can't do this. Giannis can't do that.
We talked about the shot. I get the shot. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. And no, you're fine. And we saw part of the game we was watching here. Mm-hmm. The aggression down low. Giannis now knows, like at all times, none of you motherfuckers can stop me. And he's playing like that. Even in the games where he has to come back. I forgot the game that we were watching. Philly. And they had to come back to win that game. But why? Because Giannis he put his foot on everybody's neck. With Giannis being able or now understanding that level that he has to go to win a championship, it's a flick of the switch now for him. And we see those extra special guys once they realize, I know what it. KD, and I'm not saying that KD just got it, but KD last year against we saw him. Okay, it's time. James is. Kyrie out.
I'll say this. I just don't trust everybody to do that. Giannis is in that boat too. I don't trust everybody. I don't trust everybody to turn the switch on and off.
It's constructed right now, and I can read down the seedings for just right now. Giannis is fine. At 6-6, that's fine.
He can come out the East.
Oh yeah.
I think as long as they're a top 5 seed, that's all that matters.
He's good for now, but based off
after All-Star, if they're still bottom 7 or bottom 6 after All-Star break, then I'll have concerns.
Yeah, I'll have concerns.
But as long as even if they're the 5th seed after All-Star, I'm not even tripping.
Yeah. I like I said, I worry about anybody like that because everybody's not like that. And that's not the type of player he's been thus far.
No,
and what I mean by that,
he ain't won a title until just now either.
True, but I mean, and I'm not talking about him. He did add some things to his game, but as far as his mentality goes towards the game, is what makes him special. The fact that he goes hard. So if he's coasting, that's scary.
I don't think he's coasting. I think he's trying things out. I think with the shot that he's trying to get down pat, he like, look, if I start working on the first game of the season, by the time we get to 82. It should be better.
To me, he's not coasting. What I see when I watch the Bucks play is the full arsenal isn't there. So Giannis is picking and choosing his times to be dominant when they need him to, because he doesn't have the other guy to pick up the slack. And not saying that Drew isn't that guy, but we know Drew to more so be a defender first than offensive anything. Now he's serviceable on the offensive side. He chop liver, but that's not where that's not his superpower. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Chris Middleton is the second option on offense, and you see that they lack that. So at times, Giannis isn't. I don't expect, especially in the first 15 to 20-something games, for Giannis to just exert all of his energy to make sure that they win all these. It's not that important right now. You know, so the fact that they're at 6-6 is not that they're coasting, it's just that they have a championship calmness to them.
I'm not worried about the Bucks.
Them Suns, though.
But you need to be worried about the Hawks, and you got some things.
I was gonna bring something up like
let's
that,
talk about it.
But
let's talk about it.
I was gonna say I'm more worried about the Hawks than I'm worried about the Celtics. If you wanted me to keep it a bean,
I'm more worried about the Celtics than I am the Hawks. Now the Hawks are struggling. Let's talk about the Hawks. The Hawks are struggling.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
You know, one of the main things is if you look at the free throw attempts for Trae Young, way down. He's one of these players that's getting affected by the rule change.
Yeah. As he should, because he was part of the reason why they changed the rule. He had a patent in play where he would just stop and then, you know, just throw it up there. It won him a playoff series, I'll tell you that.
So he has to make that adjustment. And I think that the Hawks go as Trae Young goes. He's the default captain, you know. He's the engine that pushes that team. And when he struggles the way he's struggling, and you can't get to the free throw line to get out of those struggles, he got to figure it out. So to me, I'm placing the same way I gave him a lot of the praise for going into New York and dropping a 50-piece and winning multiple playoff series. I got to give him the blame for it. He got to step up. He got to figure it out in very short order, because it's not like we got, you know, the season is good, you know, the season is gonna get away from you if you don't get a rein on how to affect the game right now. So to me, it's primarily on Trae.
Never should have gave John Collins that money.
You should have.
I won't say that.
You rating him high though in your list?
He was number 5.
Yeah, so why shouldn't they have paid him?
I would that. We talking this two separate things. I wasn't a fan of him getting paid. He could still be top 5 somewhere else.
My thing is they're 4-8, and I think last year was more so about them they hit their that was too quick. Not to say they weren't a playoff team, but like to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, they were not a roster. They were not a team that was meant to do that. Mm-hmm. They just caught it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things when you hit the playoffs hot. I don't think they're a bottom team like this, though. No. And I'm curious to see where they at by All-Star break. I'm not really worried too much because they still have talent, but I just don't know what.
My question is,
they can't keep losing games like that.
They can't.
They're not playing any defense.
They don't that, and they don't have an identity like that. That's the problem. I think a lot of times when you have a lot of talented people on your roster, you're still tweaking. We're trying to figure out what 5 we're gonna roll with. We got 12 people that can play, so we need to find a rotation, tighten it up. Everybody get a role and run with it. They really have just talent.
Yeah, and that's partly why I'm not too concerned with them, is because of the talent, and not the fact that they just have talent, is that the young talent is still progressing. DeAndre Hunter, even though they're losing, DeAndre Hunter is playing a lot better. Cam Reddish is definitely getting minutes. Huter is, I would say status quo, maybe a little bit better than what he was last year, but he hasn't fallen off. When I watch them, the biggest difference is the free throw attempts, and Trae Young being able to be a point guard that controls the game. He's just not at the same level that he was last year. And let's look at this as well. Last year, they started worse than this because the losses that they had were worse. They're not getting blown. They're losing by 10 to Golden State. They're losing by 7 here. Now, certain games they should win because of the experience that they had. They should be able to put it together. But I'm not that worried. I am worried, but I'm not that worried because they have talent. The young talent is still progressing, and they're not getting blown out. They're losing games that they should win.
Let's get to Joshua Jericho asking a good question since you brought up Steph and the Warriors. Do y'all expect the Warriors to stay hot when the injured players return?
Yes, sir. And I say that based off the fact that this is the Warriors and the type of offense that they run is fluid. The way they move the ball is fluid. These guys that come back off injury are just going to add to that. Clay is going to slide right in his position and do what Clay do, which is fire away, play good defense, help out. They got help. He knows what's happening. Clay is ready. And even though he's been out for effectively 2 years now,
Mhm.
it's still going to be the same thing.
100%.
It's going to be the same thing. That's just one more gun, one more bullet added to the gun. And Wiseman, the same thing. Wiseman's going to come back. They're going to give him his role. He got Draymond back there being the quarterback, telling him where he needs to be. Going to the rim for lobs. This team is going to be a deeper, stronger team. And shout out to them boys, man, because they playing good basketball right now. Oh, my God. Steph, and the thing that I like about this team is Steph's not having to do too much. Steph is scoring a lot, but he's not having to score 50 every night. Last night, Wiggins had 38, I think it was. You know
and
what I'm
a
saying?
big dunk on Cat.
Two big dunks on Cat. 2. So the thing about it is he's getting contributions. Jordan Poole going crazy.
I try to tell y'all.
So people are coming, adding different elements to the teams. The guys off the bench are doing the little things. You got Gary Payton III getting
Coming
dunks
in.
on people
Yep.
and making plays on
Yep.
defense and
Dunking
hustling.
and then getting the steal right after.
Right
Playing
after.
defense right after the dunk.
So it's not all Steph having to score 50 points a game for them to even be in games like before.
So y'all got them going to the playoffs this year?
Oh,
Oh,
for
hell
sure.
yeah. What do you-
Playoffs is not a
shit.
question.
They're a contender.
Yeah, they're
They're a
they up there.
contender.
A contender?
Yes.
They
You're
gonna
talking
be
about with the players coming back, or just or this roster as it is.
The roster as it is.
as it is.
The roster as it is.
As it is, they're going. You talking about fighting for a top seed at this point?
Yo, because
You think they're going to be a top 3 seed for the rest
Top
of the
3
season?
seed, of course.
For the rest of the season?
Yes, sir.
yes,
Without a doubt.
yes, without a doubt. You talked something, Shelton, and I want to jump on the identity. Golden State is back to Golden State basketball. Last season, we saw it in moments, but we saw the disjointedness of not having guys that are core of what they want to do, right? This season with the off season, with everybody coming in, you see, okay, everybody's on the same page and they're firing. And Golden State, when they're at their best, it doesn't matter who's on the court. It looks the same. And that's what they have. And that's the reason why they're scary. And you're 100% right with Steph. Steph is scoring a lot, just like he did last year, but the difference is the pressure of winning the game because I have to score that much isn't there. He's scoring in the flow or when he just gets hot, which is any moment. So it's scary because we know what Clay is. Clay
We knew.
100%. I don't know everything about
It's
Clay.
been, what, 3 years?
If Clay is 75% of what we had before, you still adding.
But here's the thing, though, Ken. What was big about Clay, right, was the defense, right? He would take the best perimeter guy and do his best job, and he did a damn good job oftentimes. We don't know that. What I do know, he could run around, he could shoot. He could run around, he could shoot.
You can say he can shoot. We don't know we can run.
If you can,
He been looking good in the workouts.
Everybody look good in workouts.
but he could shoot. And the thing is, it's not like he's a Joe Harris or something like that. Like, and not saying that Joe Harris can't shoot or Kyle Korver can't shoot. There's them, and then there's Clay, Steph, and some of the elites.
I'll say this.
Clay can still shoot.
I'll say this. Steph is going to have a great season. He's going to have a really great season.
No, here go the
Warriors
Steph
ain't
hate.
going to do shit this year in the playoffs.
You tripping.
They ain't going to do
You
a
tripping.
goddamn thing.
You tripping.
Because y'all keep on. Y'all care who they bring up? Jordan Poole, Andrew Twiggins, and who else?
The only reason I brought up Wiggins because of his
was
last
the
game.
junior that ran? What was the random junior name? You said somebody who got a dunk and a steal.
Gary Payton the
Gary Payton Jr.
Man,
These the
Gary Payton
niggas
Jr.
y'all saying is gonna be contenders?
third from the tree.
I told you Jordan Poole was gonna have a breakout season.
That's fine, but contenders?
Yes, they're contenders.
What's a breakout season for Jordan Poole?
Jordan
Almost
Poole,
20 points a game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm about to say. What's a
Let me see.
Almost 20
I
points a
thought it
game.
was more
He's
than
like
that.
at 18 and change.
He's probably like 18. 19.
we in less than 15 games in, and you talking about?
Yeah, because he fits the style of play
I'm
that
just saying,
Golden
I'm
State
talking
has.
about the holistic Warriors.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't talking about just Steph.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
I really think it's all based off of Clay, because y'all didn't even mention Draymond. Draymond is
Well,
a
I
focal
said
point.
I said he was a
Draymond do what
quarterback.
he do.
Yeah, Draymond's a quarterback.
Y'all
He's
named
top five,
everybody.
forward in my-
Y'all
in
named
my
everybody
list.
but
I named him.
Draymond. And
I
he
named
was
him.
the heart and soul of this.
I named him.
What did you say about him?
I said when Wiggins comes back, Draymond's gonna keep everything straight in the back end
Wiseman.
with all of them. When Wiseman comes back, I said the Draymond is the quarterback of the back end anyway, so everything's gonna be straight. He's doing what he do. So yeah, he's
Have
there.
you heard Draymond Green slander this year?
None.
No, because we know Draymond's not going to score a lot.
No.
He does all of the little stuff. And
Draymond gonna
he's
get you
been
8,
doing it for the
7, and
last 2
6.
seasons.
8, 7, and 6.
Draymond is a rich man's Udonis Haslem. He's a rich man Udonis Haslem right now. But I'll say this again. To me, it all depends on Clay, and I think we only gonna see him till 20. We ain't gonna see him till the new year.
Nah, he's gonna be back right before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And
he ain't coming back by Christmas.
Nick,
yeah.
Let me. So, are you questioning Clay's ability to score in this offense?
No, I'm questioning Clay's health. I haven't seen, and I'm questioning what he is now. Like Ken said, like we knew what that nigga was. Yeah, the last time I see him, he was on back-to-back ACL tears.
But I'm asking, offensively, do you think that he's not going to be able to come in and do what Clay does offensively? Defensively, 100%. He's not going to be the same guy.
I think he'll be compromised, both offensively, because he comes off screens, and even though he's more like a spot-up shooter, he still has to chase off other guys on the other end. And those injuries he had were dealing with chasing and adjustment and quickness. I don't know if he still has that.
So for me, offensively, I don't think anything changes.
He looks confident.
We can see him become more Sean Livingston when it comes to coming off with like a major surgery and what he used to be versus what he's going to be.
No. So this is the main reason why I disagree with you. Klay Thompson had old man game. What Klay Thompson was doing pre-injuries, he's going to do for the entirety of his career. Now, defensively, yes, quickness, change of direction. If I'm Steve Kerr and the brass over there in Golden State, there's no way in hell that I'm saying, hey, you go guard Ja Morant. Hey, you go guard. No, hell no. I'll be like, hey, who's the weakest guy?
Who's guarding him then?
Jordan Poole. The Gary Paytons of the squad.
Put Jordan Poole on who?
Who do you think? You think they've been putting Steph on all of the best players now?
I didn't say that. I said put Jordan Poole on who?
On whoever the hell
you
the best.
Put Jordan Poole on Devin Booker?
You damn right. That's what they've been doing. They've been winning.
They've been winning.
They've been winning.
Go to say what, 9-1?
They 10-1. They playing well.
They've been winning.
I'm talking about the playoffs. I ain't talking about the regular season.
Nick, they have other guys.
With teams like that, though, Nick.
He's long and rangy.
Yeah, with teams like
with
teams like
he doing a Build-A-Bear defender. That's what he's doing.
But with teams like that, you know, it's more or less who you gonna put on me.
Thank you.
We ain't really. If I'm a Warrior, I'm not really worried about you like that. I'm like, how you gonna stop?
How you gonna stop us?
Yeah, that's who Devin Booker gonna go.
Jordan Poole and yeah,
stop Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
no. I'm saying even if Clay's back, Jordan Poole.
When Shelton is saying that in terms of stopping me, he's talking.
You only talking about Steph.
Yeah, I'm talking about as a whole. The offense. Yeah, no. I'm talking about just the offense in general.
Because Steph is the offense.
No, not now. Like that's what I'm saying. This year, these other guys are stepping up. Yeah, these other guys are stepping up.
It looks good.
Do you think this don't last in the playoffs? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, look, Oblivion Radio is 100% right. Jordan Poole is balling. Y'all not watching. I told y'all pre-season.
We're not saying that. I'm talking about playoffs.
And I'm saying playoffs.
It wasn't the offense. It was the defense. When you said longer range, it explained it.
Yes, he's not a one-on-one. He's not Clay, but he is active hands, understands the team concept defensively.
He's learned a lot.
Exactly. So even though he may not have the one-on-one, he can make it up. And you get by me, Draymond gonna slow you up. I got the athletic ability to go get it up top. There. Wiseman is now going to be there. They're going to get better with the people that have been injured when they come back.
Yeah.
And they don't need to be hero. Clay does not need to be a superstar no more. Clay just needs to be a knockdown shooter.
Iguodala's on that team. That's your defense too. That's another veteran with a mind that understands the game.
That's all he needs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's all he needs. He had 10 assists the other night. And I was like, dang.
My main thing that raised my antenna was when FIFO said that they're contenders.
They're contenders.
They are. You ain't a contender with Jordan Poole and Gary Payton Jr. as a focal point.
They're not focal points.
You said right now.
I mentioned their contributions.
Thank you.
Not focal points. Their contributions.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because coming back, we don't know what these guys are going to be coming off of injury.
See,
we have no idea what they're coming.
But the thing about it is, Steph is the head of that snake.
They could be balling now. That's fine. That's regular season. I'm saying the playoffs, when that happens, that's why I was asking, like, who are these niggas going to be guarding legit niggas for 7 games in the series?
Well, let me ask you this: are the Bulls better than the Knicks?
Did the Bulls win against the Knicks? Have they beaten them there?
That's one game that they played. Who got a better record? Who got a better record?
The Bulls have a better record, but have they beat them?
Okay. Better
go.
record.
Hey,
You want to change subject? That's what you want to do.
No.
Let me read this quick super chats real quick.
Read most of them because
There was a few of them. Alex Bencourt said, "Why y'all hate on my teams, man? The Suns and the Raiders, man. Because your teams are in some precarious
because they both
positions,
racist.
and both of them racist." Now, I was gonna say, you should handle your own teams, Alex. Mr. Ant-Man, yeah. Mr. Ant-Man 27 said, "Variant FIFO capping for Giannis now. Never thought I'd see the day."
Okay, and I saw that, and I wanted y'all to get to it because here's the thing. And Shelton, I feel, and Ken, Nick is on his own island. Y'all know I was being very, for the most part. Again, we are an entertainment show. I'm not a fucking real analyst or a journalist or nothing like that. I'm here to entertain y'all. So there were some times that I went over the edge, but for the most part, all I was saying about Giannis is add a post move in a counter, and you have to be consistent from 16 to 18 feet. That's every other part of his game. The biggest critique I said was when the playoffs happen and the game slowed down, can you make a jump shot and can you dominate guys in the post? Obviously, he had the 50 piece. Oh, wow. Obviously, he had the 50 piece. Obviously, he came into this year with a whole bunch of, new tricks and a consistent jumper. That's all I wanted. He doing what I asked for.
15. We just turned the game on. 15 to 3
Miami.
They said Miami's defense been playing like
They have
world
been.
beaters.
I dropped their defense because they were playing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I called this game. I did.
I think the Lamar was good for what 6. Lamar's doing his best, but you're seeing like when he has to, he can't be his best every game.
The thing about it was this was yet to come, and I hate to say it because
did they give him the flag?
Yeah, he's a superstar now. He threw the ball already. He landed on him.
But Baker put his hands up.
He drove him into the ground.
He drove him into the ground. This is a quarterback friendly league. Just thank goodness they taking care of Lamar.
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a damn about that.
To be honest, I'm happy for that. But Lamar is 16 for 27 for 125 yards. He has 8 rushes for 34 yards.
He need to throw the Bateman.
This has been coming because, like I told y'all last week, he struggled those 3 quarters. And it's not him struggling. Let me preface that by saying
the team.
They ain't helping him.
He had a comeback win against.
He did come back. But what I'm saying is these boys are not helping him. So it ain't like he getting no help. So this is not me saying that he's at fault. I'm just saying he struggled in doing it by himself for 3 quarters last week.
They can still win this game, though.
They can.
Yeah, they can, but
quickly, though.
Yeah, they would have to put the ball in so quick.
What's the other super chats?
Presto T said, going by PER, LaMelo ranks 33rd, Ant-Man is 76th. For more context, Joker is first, Jimmy is second, Giannis is third, and KD is fourth. So
he was on the ground.
That gives you.
That don't give it.
He didn't score. But according to PER, LaMelo is ranked higher than
This is why I don't like any of them, because you can pick one that's whatever argument. Plus and minus work one way, now PER work the other.
It just comes down to the eye test. If you watch those games, and I try to watch both of them so I could be more objective and tell you what's going on, and that's where my analysis comes from both.
LaMelo is balling though. He's playing well.
He is. He really is.
He ain't
Yeah.
he playing ball, man. It's those other guys are stepping up too. But like I said, Charlotte is gonna suffer because they should have paid that boy when they had the opportunity to pay him. Because now they really got to pay him.
Well, that's a beautiful pass.
Scargate Zero said FIFO moonwalking real hard on Ben and Giannis.
Ain't another flag.
On Ben, it's just because he hasn't put in where he is in terms of how many years he's in his career. He's not where he should be. And that's not to say that he's devoid of talent. It's just that, like Giannis, you need to add the layers to your game that make you unstoppable. Ben has not done that. So yes, like I can't be a Ben supporter no more.
Yeah, that ain't moonwalking. That's just saying, just stating obvious.
Just calling it what it is, calling a spade a spade. And then in terms of Giannis, again, all I've been saying is, Giannis, give me a back to the basket move and a counter and give me a consistent jump shot. He did that. There's nothing else for me to complain about.
Right.
He has everything else in his game. Ooh.
Man,
Ravens feels like Ravens might actually get this one.
They're
They
not
done
gonna-
got
no.
30 yards.
Hold on,
These
Ken.
damn
You
penalties.
No.
don't say that now.
They're
They
not-
on
they're
the
not gonna-
drive. You
they're-
over here
they're
trying
not gonna
to
win this game.
fucking jinx my nigga.
They're
Why?
not.
They right there.
They're
Look,
they're not gonna win
the
this
Dolphins
game.
don't have an offense, bro.
I didn't know Tua was playing, but I did. I'm telling you,
I don't know.
What
I
up?
mean, look, his hair too curly.
Yeah, he looked like
See, he didn't hit him in the head.
and I did, but he didn't hit him. That was this last play. I did bet on this game, and I did bet on the Dolphins. So
Good run.
Ooh, he almost
that is a
stayed
good
up.
run.
what's other super
Drink More
chats?
Water says, shout out to Grayson Allen for shedding his reputation, turning into a good player, averaging 15, 3, and 4 on 45, 42, and 95% shooting splits for the Bucks so far.
I've always did like Grayson Allen. He was just wild as hell. So he just stopped doing that wild, crazy ass shit, tripping motherfuckers
Yeah.
and shit like
And
that.
you know what? In Memphis, it never
He probably
felt.
tripped the wrong nigga. And he probably put him to the side.
In Memphis, it felt like he never got a fitting in the NBA for whatever reason. Even though he was playing with an amazing point guard in John Morant, it just never fit or worked like that.
It's kind of like Reddick. Remember Reddick?
JJ,
Yeah, JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in when he went to the right situation. He had a career.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Only different. Well, Reddick was way more of a shooter, of course.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But still, it's the same situation, like you said.
Right, yeah, because
Mhm.
Stan Van Gundy didn't like him when he was in Orlando. Was it
Orlando,
Milwaukee?
because that's who drafted him.
Yeah,
hmm
he wouldn't even. He's talked openly about that. They just
I remember thinking JJ.
Watch.
They did.
They be getting
walked
first
him-
downs by these flags.
Walked him right
I
down
know.
the field. Oh wow, touchdown!
He got that right by him.
He could have poked that out.
Damn, bro, get your ass in the end zone, nigga.
That's Ken's guy,
Bateman.
Bateman.
Bateman's gonna be. Man,
That's Ken's favorite player.
That was a dangerous pass.
That
bro.
was.
That was a nice pass too, because it was perfect.
had to
you
put
had
zip
to,
on
you had
that.
to throw it perfect.
Yep.
Throw it to my guy again, but don't do that goofy
Nah, he
ass
gonna
shit.
run it. He gonna run
I
it.
tell y'all, they don't get. Hey, Vegas, in the NFL, Vegas made a call.
Yeah,
There
they
it is.
did because they helped him in this drive.
There it is.
That's my guy. Yes, sir.
What
Let it
what
be a
did they
touchdown.
call?
I need it.
That's a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just the
Why they
defense.
stop?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
defense
stop.
just stopped.
Fuck.
And
I
we
needed
have any
that.
other super chats?
Yes, we do. Drink More Water said last season there were 43 players averaging 20 plus points per game. So far this season, that number has dropped to 28. Are the rule changes to blame, and how many players can average 20 plus if they were the first option?
He did stop. That was weird.
Yes, I think the rule changes. This is a weird season though, too. For some reason, it just feels a little different. But the rule changes have affected the game somewhat, especially. But I guess it's more of an emphasis of those on the top. Plus, people are out now.
Yeah, I think the rule changes have affected a lot of players. They went from 40 some players to 20 some players, averaging 20 plus a game. I think that a lot of these players that were used to getting calls, they have to play through contact.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go up, you get touches like, oh, I should get a call. No, you got to focus on making the bucket, regardless if you get the call or not. That's a mental adjustment that a lot of these, pretty boy type players. Look, man, I was born in '84. The way I played basketball is different than the way that a lot of these guys play basketball. They gotta tap into that because you gotta make the shot regardless if you get fouled or not. And they're looking for the call.
So you think they'll adjust?
Who? The players? They need to. Some may adjust this season. It may take some players an extra season. It may take them this entire season, and going into next season, they may have made the adjustment. But they got to, because
I think it'll make it better, man, if they actually focus on making a shot.
And to me, that's the main thing. When you look, especially like Trey, I haven't watched that many Hawks games this year, but I've watched a couple. And sometimes when I see Trey go, as soon as he gets touched, he's looking for the foul. And it's like, no, you got to play through. You got to make the shot, bro, regardless. And, you see guys like CP3. It didn't affect him because he was raised in that era. I got to make the shot regardless if you give me the foul or not. So some of these guys just got to do that. James Harden is one primarily where, he's looking to get these, when I'm coming through and getting your arm here. They're not calling that.
That's the one. They went 99 yards and 3 of those, about
Flag,
50 of those
yeah.
came on flag.
50 came from penalties.
Fuck, he should have got in. But
This next one is my favorite one of all because I was thinking the same thing. Indio
They get the ball back and win.
Indio Prather Music said, "Y'all seen how my Wizards is balling? We winning.
Boy.
We winning all sorts of ways, and we got the best trade of the offseason.
hey,
110%.
I was a year too early, Ken, on the Wizards. I was a year too early.
That's foresight, Nick.
Hey, that's that foresight I be trying to tell y'all.
That was it, Nick.
Man.
Spencer Dinwiddie's fitting a lot better than I anticipated. I'm not even gonna lie. Kuzma is showing a little bit more, just based off of opportunity. I'm still not I'm not a believer.
Bro, you be just if they ain't your guys, he ain't gonna say shit about it. He gonna keep it short and sweet.
Yeah. Kuzma just ain't, you know what I'm saying? And Bradley balling his ass off. And then I want to say Ruri was battling mental issues. And I want to say,
Tub. That's a tub. That's a tub.
That Jalen?
That Waddle? Bounds. No, that's that other Wilson, I think.
Nah, Waddle's 7, I think.
He
or 17.
Cut to the middle.
No, as long as he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, that's game.
That was a perfect play.
For a turnover.
Nah, they ain't gonna pass no more.
What
happened?
They was expecting a run.
Look at that safety bite. Watch that safety bite.
Yep, it was
him right there. That's his man.
He almost missed the throw.
He didn't even bite.
Oh, he got smacked if he ain't throw it on time.
I thought he did.
21 just had his eyes in the wrong place.
That's a beautiful play call.
Yeah, he should have cut it right. Yeah. If he would have cut it earlier.
Yeah, all the little bro. Just at that point, just go.
And go.
Yeah, I thought he was
because there's no other help.
Yeah, they gonna run this in.
That lineman came.
Like, yep, we gonna get them five extra. Let go.
But
Campbell is huge.
Is there any more super chats?
Yes.
Damn.
Rayshawn Davis. Hey, we appreciate the love, man. Y'all help us keep the lights on. Unlike last week.
That wasn't our fault.
I told my son, I was like, I got scared. I was like, man, I thought it was one of the movies where they cut the power. I was about to dip on y'all, man. Rayshawn Davis said, thoughts on Kid Cudi? No comment.
Who?
Yeah, this is a sports show, bro. I ain't gonna
Kid
talk about
Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
What did Kid Cudi do?
I think he was in a.
They said Kid Cudi came
wore a
out.
red and dress and some shit.
It was.
Yeah, I saw him in the back of a limo.
He had a male date.
He was hitting a J, and he had a lot of pink on.
He had on a wedding dress, and he was holding hands with his male date to whatever the thing they went to.
I think it was like a joke. I don't know if it's serious.
Well, they're trying to say he came out on.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see all of that, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it ain't.
Is that it? Yeah, what?
Yeah, no.
Cudi ain't got shit to do with me.
That's it.
But yeah, back to the Wizards, man. Do y'all think they can sustain this?
Nope. That's what I've been asking myself.
Nope.
Every time I see them win a game.
You hating, bro?
I'm not hating. You know what? Look, I'm going based off of history. Bradley Beal has not been the guy to take his team as the leader and go into a playoff. He put up the numbers. He plays decent defense. Obviously, offensively, that's his superpower. But to me, he's not that special because he can't. He hasn't done it.
Ken, let me ask you a question. What team is more sustainable for their early success? The Chicago Bulls or the Washington Wizards?
Bulls. The Bulls are better defensively.
The same shit you said about
Bulls are better
the Wizards.
defensively.
I can say the same thing about
Bulls
the
are better defensively. Bulls are better defensively.
Right.
Defense travels.
Well, I could say the Wizards this year, especially, Bradley Beal hadn't had a cast of characters like he has now. So he got some solid players.
He got 3 champions left. 2 champions on that team. Kuzma and KCP.
Oh yeah, KCP is there.
Yeah, KCP. You add KCP and Montrez, those. Even Kuz, but adding those pieces really does help that team.
It does.
And they're about the same on defense as far as offensive points per game. I mean, opponents' points per game.
Look at steals. Who gets more steals?
Well, I'm just talking about just overall.
Points per game. Again, I watch a lot of basketball. I've been watching the Bulls because I was high on them. I gotta be able to talk my shit, so I gotta know what the hell is going on over there with the Bulls. And also, I watched Alex Caruso's podcast interview on JJ Redick's podcast, and it was very interesting as to why he chose the Bulls, and I'll expound on that a little bit. Obviously, he wanted to stay with the Lakers, LA, LeBron, and they could use him.
They need some defense.
He didn't say the number, but JJ was like over under 2 years, $15 million that they offered him. He said it was over that. Obviously, he got 4 years and 40 some odd million from the Chicago Bulls. So obviously, he got substantially more. But he said the main reason why he chose the Bulls over the Lakers were he felt that with the Bulls, the play style fit him. They wanted to obviously get up and down. They signed Lonzo. He didn't think that they were going to have enough money to sign him. But he has responsibility on the Bulls, where he's like, with the Lakers, if I didn't have a good game, that didn't determine if we won or lost. We got LeBron, we got AD. I just had to go and just pretty much coast. He's like, with the Bulls, if I play bad, it hurts our team's chances of winning.
Tell him.
So he wants that accountability.
I think that's a lie.
I was gonna say, because that goes against your whole theory that you always tell me.
These are not my words.
I don't understand, but
I'm just telling you what Caruso
I just think
said.
that's a lie, man. Because like I said, there's more pressure to play with the Lakers than anywhere else in the world. You playing on that. That's why you had those
It's
awful
not pressure.
stinker games like that.
He didn't say pressure. He just said his individual performance means more to the Bulls to winning and losing than it did to the Lakers.
To a less successful team.
You're going to a team that has stars that aren't LeBron James and AD.
Correct, but everything he did on that Lakers team was highlighted. So him saying it, like, yeah. So we saw when you messed up with the Lakers, and everybody called you out on it. With the Bulls, if he makes mistakes, even if it costs more as far as wins and losses, ain't nobody paying that no attention.
Nobody's paying attention, but Caruso is.
He balling.
Correct,
and that's what he wants.
That's what he wanted. He wanted that responsibility of night in, night out.
He wanted the responsibility, but he wanted out of that pressure cooker in LA.
I don't know about that.
I don't think that's it.
Look, at the end of the day, let's be honest. For the 7, 8, 9, 10 guy, you got to go get your paper. Because the Lakers weren't going to pay him nowhere near what the Bulls paid him.
They did say they felt like it was a mistake not re-signing him, though.
I'm pretty sure they do.
It was.
Because you're talking about a guy.
Lakers said that.
Yeah, I know. Very high IQ, has size, right? What is 6'7", 6'8"? You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there. And he could play multiple positions and guard multiple positions. Like that's valuable. What is he? 6'7"?
I think he's 6. You want the first down. You don't want a touchdown. You want a first down.
He got a touchdown.
Man, a touchdown is game.
Yeah. Ain't no way they can. Because
you're right. You just kind of want to get the clock.
They should hope that if a field goal would just make it an 8-point game.
Because you got a first down. That's the only reason I say that.
Yeah, no, they got a first down. They got a first
down. Now they can run.
The clock.
Yeah, they could probably kneel on it after 2 minutes.
Well, how many timeouts does Baltimore have?
Just one.
One more. So probably.
Well, 2-minute warning and 1.
That's what
6'5"? Okay, cool. But I give him a couple extra.
But you're right. He plays more, and he does have a higher impact. And it's working with this team.
It's working with that team.
It's a better fit.
Because when you look at what Caruso and Lonzo have brought to the Bulls, and not just like one-on-one shutdown defender type active hands. When I watch a lot of other teams and I watch the Bulls, that's the difference that I see with the Bulls is that they're tipping a lot of balls, pass deflections. They're getting that. To me, that's sustainable because that's all effort. So if you're going into every single game with the same mindset, that travels. Your jump shot can be broke for 2 weeks, bro. Ain't nothing you can do outside of have that good game. But defense, it's effort, it's mentality, it's strategy, and the Bulls have that. So I have to give props to Billy Donovan. I gotta give props to Billy Donovan. Because I felt that he was the biggest question mark.
He was.
But from a defensive perspective,
it's too early to give him props.
I have to look early season awards.
So
far, he's doing a way better job than I anticipated him doing for even this part.
Right,
he's doing way better. And then on the offensive side of it, I can't necessarily give him the same props because when I watched that team, their skill sets are built to play with each other. Vucevic, the way he's hitting the 3 in the mid-range game allows Zach LaVine to still attack the basket, allows DeMar DeRozan to get that mid-range and attack the basket, Caruso, Lonzo, for those guys to attack the basket. And then when they need to slow it up, they can go to Vooch, they can go to Zach. And you see that this team, they have been able to close out teams in different ways. I like that. They're not just winning one way. You know what I'm saying?
Lamar.
So I like the Bulls. I like the Bulls.
DeRozan is that key piece though. DeRozan is what's making it happen. He's the engine that's pushing it, and he got something to prove. He got a chip on his shoulder.
I think a lot of those players, DeMar and especially Lonzo
do too, but DeMar's is.
Yeah, it's but see, I think
too much of a chip. We saw him blow that.
He did.
Game,
he did
trying to get that chip off.
Yeah, he was trying to get.
Growing pains. You see, they hadn't done nothing like that. Get that boy Zach LaVine the ball.
You get that ass whooped by New York. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you go back to Shot Town with a different game plan.
What's the New York Knicks record?
But while you talking, didn't Tibbs have to bench the whole damn team?
We still figuring shit out. It's early in the season. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
what's the record?
I'm fine.
What's the record?
Man, y'all
7-5.
All I gotta say about the Knicks is free Kevin Knox.
You want him? Take him, nigga. He ain't doing shit for us. We gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? We when the Bulls came, we actually went to their crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they was undefeated.
You did.
They was like, shit,
you did.
Ain't no way hit him.
But you see, he slowed up his stance. Oh, who they beat? The Bulls. Who they beat?
They only beat.
Not only.
They got 2 quality wins.
Okay.
They got one against Utah and they got one against.
Ooh, good shit, PG.
Hey,
is Jimmy playing? I don't think Jimmy playing.
He got hurt last
I think
night.
he's out with his ankle.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Radio World.
They got the you got the Nets and you got the Jazz. Those are only 2 quality wins the Bulls got.
Radio World. What's happening, Radio World? Radio World said if the Warriors win a championship before the Nets, is that a slap in the face for KD?
No, it just shows you how great Steph is, and we marginalized Steph when KD was there. Mm-hmm. But he is a unanimous MVP. He has multiple MVPs. He has multiple championships, and if he gets another one, it just solidifies him.
MVPs?
Yeah, it solidifies him as a top 10 player all time.
Yes, it would.
That
would be a slap in the face. Everything you said is right, but you went and stacked the deck, and this man just basically kept the same team, just changed out rotational players. Mm-hmm. So and still won a title. Yeah. So that's gonna look bad because you already know what they're gonna say. Whether it's true or not, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, you needed Steph to win a title."
Well,
it flips.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's say this though: who's more likely to win a title this year, the Warriors or the Nets?
Warriors.
More likely to win the title.
Yes.
The Nets.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Nets.
I think the Nets' path is more difficult.
If
Kyrie. No, Kyrie.
If Kyrie comes back, then I'll change that answer.
100%. But no, as of right now,
yeah, I'm just talking about it's currently constructed.
No Kyrie.
Okay,
and then they still got to go through Milwaukee.
That's it though, right?
That's 2 big roadblocks.
What about the Warriors? Who they have to go through?
Nobody right now.
You don't have to go through the Lakers.
Lakers ain't.
Yeah,
Lakers
ain't that. In the West.
Damn.
In the West, those guys ain't.
The Lakers ain't scary.
Nah,
not
I'm gonna tell you why.
Team.
There's one stat, turnovers, and there's one player, Russell Westbrook. I look, as much as I tried to defend the Russell Westbrook pick, and I understood the logic from AD and LeBron, get the better player, Buddy Hield is the better fit. I've said that on record. I don't know if with Russell Westbrook they win the chip.
First of all, I got 2 words for you for why.
Bruh.
He got a tub?
No. But he's probably gonna be
he's next up. Bro. If him and Lamar get that connection,
and it looks like
they're looking nice tonight.
It could be him and that could be like his Burrow chase.
Now, I didn't see the first 3 quarters, so I don't know what was
they didn't do much early. But
that seems like
he still got rust on him.
It could be stat pad.
Yeah. He's still a good player.
I don't give a damn. My favorite time of the day is garbage time. What's about to say?
Bateman got 5 catches for 74 yards,
and I think most of that just came in
on that 30-yard catch earlier. 2 of those plays he got 2 nice.
The reason why the Lakers are scary is for 2 words.
Go ahead,
Carmelo Anthony. I'm keeping it a full.
Get out of bounds.
I'm keeping it a full bean burrito.
Oh shit! You could keep that whole bean burrito.
Hey, shout out to Rayshawn Davis who just became a member. We appreciate that, man. What's happening?
Welcome to the family.
Corey Lyons, what's up, Corey Lyons? What's good, man? Corey said, "Did y'all see college hoops? I fucking hate Duke, but Paolo Bachero, I don't know if I be saying his name right, might be the one that kills the PG." it's set up for Coach K to win his last year. It really is, and you're absolutely right. I hate Duke too, but that team looked exciting. That team looked big. It looked dominant.
And I told you who it was because the moment I saw the pull up, and you see, I sent it to you on social media. I saw it. I saw the workout. So when I saw him pull up, I said, "No, that's the guy."
Yeah, he got that game.
Manny over there sleeping good now.
Yeah, he's sleeping good right now because them boys is strong. They big.
Yeah,
Manny has the most randomest sports teams that he fucks with.
Yeah,
for a nigga from New York, he fuck with Duke. He fuck with the Mets and the Jets.
Well, see,
and he loves the Lakers.
I would call him a front runner. Other than he got the fact that you got the Jets in there, so that's the only thing that saved him. You take the Jets out of there, everything else is
he got
like
the Mets too.
The Mets, yeah. The Mets,
but the Mets are. When I say that, the Mets are like a national team. That's like a team that's known
for losing.
No, yeah, I said they've been shitty.
Not always. Let's go, Mark Andrews. That's who I want. I need Mark Andrews.
I need that. I need the red zone tub to my nigga
Andrews. But yeah, college hoop's gonna be exciting this year. A lot of those teams look good. So? Kentucky looked good too.
Did you not see what my guy Tall Lake Imani? Woo, that
opening game.
Throw it away, nigga.
Them little short arms can't catch. Did you see? Did you see his? He put the little like little Mario before you get big.
He need the mushroom.
Yeah, he definitely need the mushroom on that. But yeah, Imani looked amazing.
Imani looked NBA ready. I've been saying it for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see what Chet did though.
Oh, balling. So okay, so to me, those are the top three guys: Pacero, Imani, and Chet. So a couple of things that stood out to me with those three guys in the games that they played. Number one, Imani looked a lot taller in high school versus in college. I thought he looked. I thought he was going to be lankier. I thought he had more size to him. So seeing him with other people of his, talent level, and I still think he's a cut above. But people that are closer, physically, he didn't look as imposing. And I'm not saying that he's not big or strong, but just the length. I thought he was lankier than what he is, and he's not. So I think that'll be interesting to see him play against NBA talent. Chet, love his game. Gonzaga. Big man, he's like 7'2", 7'3" with guard skills, super fluid. But this man is literally toothpick thin. So I don't know what that looks like at the next level. From a skill standpoint, probably going to be one of the best skilled big men coming into the NBA, but I'm not sure. And then Pacero, Shelton, he might be number one. I think he might be the number one pick in this draft. As much as I like Imani Bates, and I've been talking about Imani doesn't have the girth that Pacero naturally has, and to me, Pacero has a lot of what Imani has from skill set, pull up, handle, length, shoot over people. So it's very interesting.
He's NBA ready, body wise too.
Everything he's ready. Where Imani, I think he could score in the NBA, but I also think he's going to get pushed around.
What the fuck kind of shit? Is that how Frenchmen fight?
That's an ugly fight right there.
Boy, the league ain't the same no more, man.
Hey, man, he need to learn how to...
No, but I like this, though.
Yeah,
I like this.
No, I'm saying, where's the blows at?
Nah, come on. No. They're professionals.
You need to get back with Joker on how to hit from behind. Now, if you're going to hit somebody, you got to check him now. Oh, D. Mitch got kicked out.
Ingles that came
out. Ingles that guy, though.
Australian, yeah.
Ingles that guy.
And D. Mitch.
Oh, that's a loss right there. And then you think that's two polite teams, Utah and Indiana. You think they be sitting up in there all nice.
Mitch hitting them with the old school, hold me back.
Yeah. Hey, Tavares says Imani's, and I saw that and I thought about that. Imani's not eligible for the upcoming draft. He has to play 2 years. I didn't know that, and I thought that because I wonder why he wasn't in nobody's top three. So that's why Tavares, and I meant to go back and look at that. Appreciate that.
I didn't know that. So when you reclassify, is it because of his age?
Yeah, he reclassified.
But if the NBA changes the age restriction, then technically he can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and I thought about, like I said, I kept seeing that he wasn't in nobody's.
They're going to do that.
But I don't know if they're going to do it this year.
Nah, I think it's by between 23 and 25 where they're going to reduce it again. to 18.
So yeah, he gonna get he gonna have to play 2 years.
But shit, just go to the G
That's
League.
fine.
Come out the next year.
But I like this game though. He I like what I saw.
First home loss of the season. So next Thursday, we're doing what are we doing?
We're doing the playoff seeding and
Okay.
play-in tournaments. So I think someone that mentioned in the chat, like, who y'all got for early season playoffs? We're gonna do that next week.
And then
Who's first home loss?
The Jazz.
Oh,
and I'm going into the next one like I did with this one preseason, not based off of what I seen, what I thought was gonna happen before the season. So just FYI.
You know who's been playing better than Jalen Green? Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes been
Scotty Barnes been
balling.
nice. Mhm.
He you
Shout out to Leonard Hamilton. Them FSU boys be ready.
he is thicker than I like. He got girth on him. He got
Yeah.
girth on him. I like him.
and they're using him right too. That's
They
the
are.
thing. That was my scary point because at Florida State he played a lot of point guard, but he was doing a lot of nice things at Florida State. But I was like, when he get to the league, he got to get in the right situation when they use him correctly. Toronto is using him correctly.
You know what's very interesting about Toronto from a personnel standpoint? Siakam, OG, and Scotty Barnes. They're versions of the same mode of player.
Mhm. They're
And-
long, lanky, and
I think
can
Scotty
get it
was the
done.
reason why the Knicks lost to them. He was going
off.
Yeah, somebody went off.
And defensively, he's ahead of where I thought he'd be right now. And that's why I mentioned the girth. Like he has enough body to absorb, contact and still play through contact, which is big. So I don't know what the fuck Toronto is, but I like what they have.
They're rebuilding. They're competing while rebuilding. I think I don't know what the ceiling is for Fred VanVleet.
I think he's at it.
He's
He's not going to get better
That's
than
what I'm
what he
saying.
is.
Because I don't know if they really want him to be the one that runs.
he shouldn't be.
He's running the team right now.
Yeah, he's better in the role of Patty Mills to be on a team like that where he can come in and give you instant offense and can do certain
But then that means
things.
they still need a point guard.
Correct, they
Yes.
do.
They
They
need a
do.
point guard.
They do. They need him to be that guy with that leads.
Ooh, if Dame went to Toronto,
That'd be sick.
That's a problem.
That'd be sick.
One guy I want to ask you about. I don't know if you had a chance to see him play, and I haven't yet, but I do want to watch games. Evan Mobley. Anybody watch him play yet?
No.
I don't watch the
saw
Cavs
him.
enough.
Yeah,
but
I saw
heard
him
he's
play
been doing
one game.
work.
Yeah, I've seen highlights.
I saw him play one
Shit,
game.
look at him. He 7-5. You can't say that about some other players who came in with a lot of hype and shit.
Do y'all think? Do you think Kevin Love gets bought out?
I think he get kicked
Kevin
out.
Love is gonna be a Laker before the season's over.
That's
Hell
kind,
no.
that's kind of where
If
I
I
was trying to go.
if I see that, that's gonna be the
Not
kryptonite for
saying
the
that
Lakers.
hell no that it won't happen. Just hell no what the hell are y'all doing?
That's the kryptonite for the Lakers.
They want all them old people yet.
They need some defense, but we can talk
They
about
do.
the Lakers another time.
They do.
Yeah, Manny may need to come. Well, nah, he ain't. He don't even want to talk.
No.
He gonna lose his mind.
All he gonna do is cuss out Westbrook and say this is LeBron James' fault.
I know, man. We want to throw that TV half the time he watching. Even last night in most of that game. Now they did get, and I was gonna say, man, I hate that Charlotte didn't hold on to Malik Monk. I really felt like he had a great game last
y'all
night.
was too backed up at that same spot.
I would have
y'all kept
rather
drafting at that same spot.
I told my brother I'd rather have kept Malik Monk over Scary Terry. He disagreed with me, but I just think so. I just like what Malik Monk does, and I think he's gonna be an asset. He had 27 last night off the bench, and
They haven't figured out how to use him yet.
they had who the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Oh, they ain't figured out how to use none of them players yet. But he
I think they're
with a
getting
hero.
close. Oh,
I tell you,
that's good
that's nice.
defense.
He playing ball though. But I tell you, they'd won that game last night if it wasn't for
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler going
Being
down,
hurt.
of course.
Oh, you talking about against the
Lakers.
Heat.
I don't know. That wasn't gonna win that game. You know what Melo was doing.
Yeah, Melo. Kyle Lowry cost him that game. And that boy right there shooting them broke jumpers like that.
Is that Duncan Robinson?
Duncan Robinson ain't hitting nothing right now.
No, he's not.
Hey,
Damn,
I
they
tell
were
you what though,
losing 50 to 34.
You know what I feel about Duncan Robinson? He's feeling the pressure of that contract.
he is.
You know what's crazy? The Clippers are the only team that, like, if they're down by like 20 or 30, I'm like, they'll be
It
back.
don't matter.
they'll,
Yeah,
be
it don't
back.
really-
They'll be back. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no other team.
They're a smooth team.
Ty Lue is the greatest comeback coach of all time.
Man, bro.
That's the name that's the nickname he about
we
to
should,
get.
yeah.
Comeback Lou.
Comeback kid.
I tell you what though, Carmelo shot, which we knew this already, but he shot a 3 last night. I was like, that is the most perfect jump shot I ever seen.
He got the prettiest jumper.
It was beautiful. It was just I mean, from the point that it left, I went back and watched it 3 times. That's how perfect it looked. Like
You can't.
it was made from the rip.
PJ, you got to cut that back Door.
Rayshawn
He
Davis.
ain't leaving that corner, bro.
Rayshawn Davis asked Jalen Green or Cade Cunningham, who has a better career?
I've said it. I'm gonna stick to it. Jalen Green.
You still sticking to it.
Still
I
sticking
know
to
3 to 5, but woo.
That Detroit
give me-
curse, I don't know what that's gonna be.
it. Detroit has a better roster right now.
Yeah, give me Cade, bro. And it's for the same reasons like LaMelo, Anthony
He's
Davis,
more overall.
Edwards. I was gonna say they
He's
do
more
2 different
overall.
things, so it's hard to compare them because they're not the same player. But give me the one that can fill that stat sheet and the one that's gonna be solid throughout.
To me, the reason why I pick it, the athletic ability, the mentality. Bro, the man scored 30 in his 3rd NBA game. And you, the ceiling is just gonna get higher. I don't know. I know. I want to say I brought it up, but did y'all watch that Laker game against Houston? All them threes, he hit like 9 threes that game. So to me, sky's the limit with Jalen. I think he has a little bit more of a higher ceiling solely because of the athletic ability, and that's the only reason why I picked Jalen over Cade. Skill wise, I think they're both extremely skillful, but Jalen got that extra that you can't teach. Have you seen them yams he been getting?
Oh, they just showed it. 5 straight comeback wins, and 2 of those they were down double digits. if
I'm
not
telling
more.
you, the Clippers. It's crazy that they're not gonna have Kawhi
Hero
this year.
ball.
They're not gonna have Kawhi this year, but
He ain't coming back.
he ain't coming back this
Yeah.
year. I think they said I think Skip said it or something like that. He got a report.
Sierra Monique, Tyler is basically a starter. He just comes off the bench, but he plays starter minutes, and he's always going to finish a game. So, to be honest, some players are more comfortable.
Good everything.
Some players are more comfortable not starting. They just like to play, and that's what
they minutes. That's all that matters.
you got to kind of do that to get Duncan going. Plus, Tyler's that guy. We all know who the man is on that team with Jimmy out. It's Jimmy then Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it's
It's
Jimmy
not
then
bad.
Bam.
Well, I'm sorry. When I say that, I mean shooting wise.
Yeah,
Bam is
getting
that
buckets.
guy, but I'm talking about when you talking about shooting,
Oh,
you need
scoring?
Yeah.
Scoring?
Because Jimmy's the leader, then there's Bam, and then there's everybody else. Udonis, shit.
Yeah.
Udonis is still a leader on that squad.
Mm-hmm.
But we talking about getting buckets is Jimmy then Tyler.
Tyler, yeah. That's what I meant.
Tyler's averaging damn near 24 off the bench, right?
Yes,
like
he
22,
is.
24,
What
something
a
like that.
Bounce back season.
Yeah, he said it, and I'm telling you, he looks so smooth.
He does.
I mean, he looks. It looks like his. Some players are doing it, and it's like, wow, that's a shock.
No.
It looks like he's been doing this. So that's what I like
He's
about
playing
him.
with a chip on his shoulder. He always has, but this year he heard the noise and he wants to shut
He
people up.
probably went and practiced in blackface.
That's what it's.
So he can come back and get that black swag, boy, because he think he is.
Nah, you know what it is? He saw what Duncan Robinson got. He's like, well, shit,
Yeah,
we
I
gonna
get
pay him
that.
that.
You go,
Shit. You
What
know what
about
you
me?
got to pay me?
Boy,
I
all I know is that Tyler Hero trying to act like this nigga. He wants to be that guy.
No, he
Yeah.
does. He does.
He be strutting around here
He does.
in Miami like he Ace Ventura. Like, this nigga want to be that guy. I'll be curious to see what happens. I think Miami is just the team that we keep forgetting about.
Mm-hmm.
I know I do.
Yeah,
I don't really believe in them, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up being an Eastern
But
Conference
going
Finals.
back to that question that you asked, like Golden State winning or the Nets winning, that's another team, Miami. They got to go through the Bucks and Miami.
against the Nets, I'm good. I'm picking the Nets.
You- so-
Even as constructed right now.
Oh no, sir, not right now.
not today.
Not today. Them boys
Miami's
tough,
a
bro.
better team today
Them boys tough.
than the Nets.
You got to see.
Today,
You got to see
they're
them
better.
boys play.
Yes.
Them boys tough.
No. I'm talking about during playoffs, the 7-game series.
Playoffs too. That team is going to be playoffs.
They're battle tested.
They're
bro.
battle tested.
I
You got champions up and down that
seen
roster.
KD go against Giannis in the Bucks last 3 games, and if it wasn't for him having a 14-size foot shoe,
Who was that man that was giving him hell when he was scoring those points
Where he at?
on the Heat?
Yep.
oh, you talking about
PJ.
giving him hell about what? He dropped 50. You know?
Yeah,
So,
what?
wait. Did you watch
Yeah.
the JJ Redick interview
Correct.
on the podcast?
I did not watch that.
Correct.
Okay, so you are coming primarily from a fan perspective.
No,
So
I'm
what? He
not.
dropped 50 on you.
No, I'm not because I
listen
mentioned.
what did JJ say?
Before he gets to that, I mentioned if it wasn't for his foot, what does his foot have to do with PJ Tucker?
PJ Tucker said in that JJ Redick podcast interview that a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to play that game. He took one shot to play 36 minutes and take one shot and understand that you're getting paid to make Durant's life as hard as possible, even though he scores 50. And even KD will come out and say that was one of the hardest games that I ever had to play.
Okay.
Regardless of whatever KD scores.
Was that game? That's what I'm asking. Did what PJ Tucker do affect KD enough?
Yes.
To where he couldn't win that series, or
he didn't win it.
I'm just saying, but it didn't come down to him. It was KD who lost that, right? You brought it up. We always joke about it.
About his toe.
Yeah. If it's so behind the line, we don't mention that JJ Redick podcast. Don't mean shit.
It makes a difference. It really just makes a difference when you have dogs all over the court like they got.
Yep.
And they got them. That team is constructed to win at this point because they got, like I said, they got winners.
You can have dogs, but KD's a dog catcher.
Clippers had dogs. That's what they said. We got dogs.
Nah, the Clippers ain't.
But not like Miami though.
Not this kind of.
Look. Let's be honest. Bam Adebayo's a dog. Jimmy Butler already guaranteed. Tyler Hero got the swag of all of the greats put together in one.
PJ's a dog.
PJ's a dog defensively.
The twin is a dog.
Oh, that's where the twin went.
The
Lesser
twin.
Yeah, both twins on it.
He did something to Joker the other day.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? They like, if we're talking tough man team in the NBA, Miami wins that hands down.
I'm just talking about who's gonna win the series.
I feel you, but Nick,
look at there.
To digress to the original question, right?
Good block.
To
digress to you gotta make that, Tyler.
You gotta make it.
Who has the better road to the championship? Golden State, because when you look at the rest of those Western Conference teams, nobody has the firepower that Golden State has and is going to get as the season progresses when they get Clay. When you look at the East, Miami's a tougher team, is the toughest team in the NBA, number one. Mentally, physically, toughest team in the NBA. You look at the Bucks, they arguably have the best player in the NBA. Arguably. I'm not going to say definitively, but arguably. That's a tougher road than what Golden State has to go through right now.
When you talk about firepower, you're talking about at their best, right? Or you're just talking about in general?
I'm talking about right now, who in the West has more firepower than Golden State?
I say the Lakers. They got Malik Monk,
but they haven't shown it.
They got Carmelo Anthony. They got Anthony Davis, and they got LeBron James. I'm just saying those top four players can all go off 30.
Malik Monk ain't touching Jordan Poole right now.
Nope.
Ain't touching him.
No, it's not even close. Nope. It's not even close. They not. You smell it? They don't even smell the same.
No.
And you picked the fourth guy I mentioned on that.
Yeah, I did. Now who else you said?
I said Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo gonna give you
Anthony
spot
Davis
minutes.
And LeBron.
Carmelo
James.
gonna give you spot minutes.
What do you mean spot minutes?
Carmelo gonna play.
We're just talking about firepower.
No,
Melo's consistent. He's been consistent this whole season.
So, how many points a game you think Melo gonna get you in the playoffs?
He's gonna get you about 15 to 20.
And you saying that's better than who?
And I'm saying that's better than
the third. Who's the third?
Who's the third best player on the Warriors?
When he comes back, it's gonna be Clay.
So who's the first two?
Wait a minute, hold on. Who's first?
Clay will be second.
I mean, who's second?
Clay when he comes back.
It wouldn't be Wiggins scoring wise.
Wiggins will be third or
over Wiseman.
Wiseman isn't going to get buckets like that.
Okay, so you got. Let
me see.
Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Then you go to Andrew Wiggins, and then you go to Wiseman.
Now Wiggins had 35.
Wiggins, then honestly, I would say Steph, Klay, and then it's a slash depending, but it'll be either Jordan Poole or Wiggins, and then from there you're looking at probably Wiseman.
Okay, to me, again,
who leads the NBA in scoring?
Wiggins averaging 18 points a game.
Who leads the NBA in scoring as a team?
I'm not sure. Do you know that?
Not 100, but I'm pretty sure it's Golden State.
Wiggins averages 18 a game. Yep, Steph, Jordan Poole, and Wiggins are the top three scorers right now. So both those are 18 a game.
So Golden State leads the league in scoring at 113.9. You know who's number two?
Who?
Charlotte. 113.5.
Mm-hmm.
Miami Heat is third at 111.7. Actually, there's a three-way tie for third.
Mm-hmm.
Miami, New York, and Utah.
And see, the thing about Miami as well, you got adding a PJ Tucker, that takes a lot of pressure off Bam down there because Bam was having to battle those big guys by himself. He would have to take the tougher matchup no matter what. But now he ain't got to guard a KD. He ain't got to guard a Giannis. You got somebody who can get under their skin and can play defense on them and kind of hold their own. Now, he ain't going to stop them.
That's fine.
He going to slow them up.
That's fine, but I wanted to get back to the Warriors, Lakers, who got more firepower. You know it's the Lakers.
No, not at all.
Lakers.
Not at all.
Nah.
Okay.
You can't depend on that Laker firepower.
You can depend on Andrew Wiggins.
You
can depend on Jordan Poole.
This year I would say so.
Can we honestly say, can we depend on Klay Thompson?
Yes.
I think
scoring,
still
yes.
I'm saying right now, can we depend on with where he's at in his career?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Scoring, yes. Defense,
you haven't seen this man play in almost 3 years.
Bro, have you watched Klay play?
I said you haven't seen. We haven't seen this.
So
man.
Shooting goes nowhere.
We question KD.
Shooting goes nowhere.
Ken, did we not question KD coming back from injury? What kind of KD we gonna get?
You know why though? How does KD score? Off the bounce, pull up game, back to the basket. Dirk Nowitzki 1-leg fadeaway.
How did Klay get injured?
Dunking,
doing all the shit that Klay does.
Klay got hurt dunking the way he fell.
That was like the second.
No, that
time.
was the first one.
The second time, what?
In the workouts, he got hurt in the workout.
Yep. He got hurt trying to come back.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson, the way he scores is old man game. Now, KD has old man game, but the way he scores right now is not old man. It's off the. He's a 7-foot shooting guard.
I think y'all really highly overrating the Warriors, but we'll see. It's a long season. It's a long season.
Them boys that score, and this is updated. What I gave you was just kind of like cached from Google. I actually went to the website. Number one scoring team is still Golden State at 115.9. Charlotte is at 114.5. The Lakers are third at 112.3. Utah is at 111.5. Phoenix is at 111. That's the top 5 teams in the NBA.
And the damn show Charlotte ain't keeping that up.
Yes, they are.
Scoring wise,
They could probably keep that.
They are.
Yeah, that's what they do. I mean,
they push the pace.
Yeah.
They play at one of the fastest paces in the NBA, which is
to be a top 3. You think they're gonna say a top 3 for all
scoring wise?
Yes,
that's what I mean scoring.
Yes,
yeah, scoring.
I
Again,
think they can keep that up.
Why we said LaMelo Ball impact wise is having more of an impact than Anthony Edwards, which I love both of them, but LaMelo has a bigger impact right now.
Not according to the stats.
Go ahead. What you got?
I was about to close it
Well,
up.
I'm saying
I
according
got
to
a
the
couple
wins
more
and
super
losses,
chats real quick. We're gonna run through these real quick. Flavian Zero said Mobley could be on a defensive team, arguably rookie of the year. I agree with that too. I
If
think
he keeps the Cavs in the play, if he keeps their playoffs, hey, that's rookie of the year.
those
Well, I guess I
rebounds
gotta
are up
watch
there.
them.
Huh?
I said I gotta watch them, the Cavs.
Yeah.
I gotta start watching them too. Yeah.
It depends. For me, it really depends on Cade because Cade gonna look tough. I think it's between Cade and Mobley.
I think K is gonna have a better sophomore.
I'm not knocking Jalen.
But if we're talking rookie of the year, I'm just
It won't be Jalen.
It won't be
Jalen got to get his shit together.
Yeah, Jalen got. Cade is really.
He got a lot of single digit scoring digit games.
Yeah, he's hit or miss right now. He has to kind of level off. These other guys
just got back. K had a bad game. He just had like one good game.
This last game
has work.
The game against Jalen, he played great.
Yeah.
Rayshawn Davis asked Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball. You know the answer to that. LaMelo.
Give me Anthony.
LaMelo
all day long. What you got, Ken?
What's the question?
Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball?
You know he gonna go anti-ball.
For what? Just
player.
Pick one.
I like Edwards. Yeah, I like Edwards.
So
Edwards reminds me of that old school shit.
So let me ask. Let me put it in a little bit more context. You're starting a franchise, and you have this pick or that.
Edwards, because I can go get a point guard.
I'll take LaMelo because it's easier to build around him.
Correct. Flavian Zero Harden averaging 18.2, 8.8, and 8 with the new rules.
He'll adjust. He'll be all right.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
But yeah, this is a good year. We got a lot of talent up and down the board. So I'm pleased.
Yeah, I think you got last year's draft, this year's draft. I think you're starting to get the next wave of NBA guys, and then in 2 years when Amani get here, so that'll be the third. So We're looking good.
Hey, let me ask y'all a quick question before we get out of here. One more thing. It's NFL related, though, but with this loss and poor performance tonight, who is your MVP at this point?
A-Rod.
Yeah, I was gonna say you may have to just say Aaron Rodgers by default,
A-Rod.
especially after that
Yes.
the loss against Kansas City.
Yes. When you saw that he went to Arizona minus 11 starters and won that game, and then he was the only person missing primarily, and you put Jordan Love in the game and they couldn't score 15, like that's a problem. That's he the MVP.
Give me Tom Brady.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler,
We're gonna scratch Shelton's answer from the record.
I don't know how you can say Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is 64 years old.
Okay.
And consistently performing.
I don't care about it.
Is he the most valuable player in the NFL right now?
Yeah. He's MVP.
Okay.
A-Rod.
You can't say that. He wasn't even the most valuable player last year. He won the title.
Indio praise the music. You're absolutely right. Wes Unseld Jr. is in the running for Coach of the Year, and Thomas Shepard for Executive of the Year. If we talking right now with limited sample size, 110%.
Zubac is balling this game.
He's so up and down.
He is.
I remember when everybody thought
the Lakers had something.
No, they thought the Clippers stole something from the Lakers. So yeah. You're right. They were like, oh man, they went in and swindled Zubac. Man, what is Magic doing? Man, Zubac ain't.
Well,
he can play.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
Zubac can be a little bit overrated during that time, and Magic Magic was fucking up.
Are y'all impressed with Reggie Jackson yet?
Nah, because he kind of.
I was more impressed last.
But in the playoffs, he was their calming factor, and he's extended that into this season. Mm-hmm. So he may just have found a home.
I think he's definitely found a home, but he's been a little erratic.
I fuck with him. I like his confidence though.
But he definitely is a driver of this team. When he's going,
he's helping.
Ooh, don't do that.
He make that. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he's easing that loss of Kawhi. I tell you what.
That's crazy. If Kawhi was on his team, bro, we talking about them. Honestly.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're a better team with
them. We are. I take it back. We are. But we talking about every year and then they don't do shit.
Well, he be hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyler, if your handles can't get you past what's his name? Who that lefty that he was just going against number 5 for the Clippers?
Kennard.
Yeah, Luke Kennard. Hey,
can't get past the white boy.
Yeah, You know what I'm saying? You need to stick to the shooting.
We need to do our all can't stay on the court team too.
Is that Terrence Mann?
Nah, that was
Bledsoe. That's the first 3 he made in about 5 years.
So that's what we need to have. All can't stay on the court team.
Joel Embiid leads that.
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Embiid.
Kawhi leads. Yeah.
Who else?
You said all time or just right now?
Just this year. What's Kyrie?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Shit, Clay.
You got to put Clay there now.
And who was the 5th one that just can't stay on the court?
Hero doing everything he can.
AD.
I don't know. You said who? AD?
It's gonna be AD.
I was gonna say AD, but he been playing.
Yeah, he been all right this year. He been out there this year so far.
Right. Cool. Right. Well, we thank you guys for showing up. Make sure you guys come back next Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30 p.m. We'll catch you then. We out. Peace.
If you're not a member, please become a member. If you hadn't hit like. You hadn't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for the love.